Boys, it's finally here. It's the NBA playoffs. The first weekend has come and gone. It's been crazy every single game we've seen. I think every series is about like 2 games in. It'll be like 3 or 4 by the time this episode comes out, but it is what it is. We record these on Wednesdays. They get uploaded on Saturday or Sunday. I think this episode's dropping on Saturday. And as you can tell by the title and thumbnail, it's time to get a little bit concerned because we're going to go through every NBA playoff team and pick one player that we're worried about. And that could either be something relating to their play on the floor now, this series, future series, whether it bleeds into next season or potentially getting traded or being out of the league. There's really kind of all bases we can cover on a multitude of level of stardom, whether you're a superstar, a role player, a bench guy. There's so many different things. But boys, it's episode 105. We're into our third playoffs of covering the show. How we feeling?
I think this is probably the most hectic first week we've had of NBA playoffs.
Why do you say that?
Because the games have been down to the wire.
Yeah.
And
except for a couple series.
Yeah,
Like
a couple games.
Yeah, but we've been enjoying it. The live streams, the 2 games we did, and the live streams were like we hit it on the head for both.
Yeah.
And the storylines are also a big part of it as well.
By the way, live streams. We're gonna be doing more of those, right?
Exactly.
Tyler, do you want to like
yes.
provide a schedule of that? Like,
I mean, we really don't have a schedule.
don't.
Okay.
I guess we have to try and make one because the thing is, like, we all have very hectic lives outside of the show. So we kind of have to figure out what nights work for us.
So it's kind of spontaneous.
It's
It is.
very spontaneous. We're going to try and do a couple more streams this weekend. And again, it's going to be a different combination of whoever's free. So whether that be all three of us, whether that just be me and Anthony, me and Gio, we could always have like Kev or Prince, shout out them for the streams. And, it's definitely something we're going to grind out. And, it's a lot of fun doing the streams. We get to kind of sit back, relax, watch some basketball, hang out with you guys, answer your questions. And we truly appreciate it. It's been a ton of fun. And we actually just hit a milestone this morning. We hit 15 million views in our channel's history.
Wow.
So thank you guys for all the support as always.
Big time.
And we hope to see you guys in the streams as we kind of keep, cranking these out over the next few months. And, when the finals come around, I think we should try and make a conceited effort to stream most of those games because I think it would make a lot of sense to do so.
Yeah.
And obviously we got tons of playoff content coming your way over the next 2 months. And we're really excited about it, kind of leading into the NBA draft and free agency. And, in the blink of an eye, guys, our summer of tier list will be back here again. And I'm looking very much forward to continuing that series because it was a lot of fun last year. So if you guys do enjoy today's video, be sure to drop a like, subscribe to the channel. We're trying to get to 11,000 subscribers by May 1st. Now, Saturday's date is the 25th, I believe. So you guys got like a little over a week to get us there. I think May 1st is the following Friday. So we have a little bit more time. I think we're a little bit behind pace. So even if we hit it the first week of May, it's okay. If you're on Spotify audio platforms, give us 5 stars, leave a review, answer the polls, all that good stuff. Follow our socials down in the description below. Personal ones are on the screen right here. See my guy Giovanni. Get him to 1 million Instagram followers. Also be sure to join our Discord server. That way you can get all updates regarding streams, news, uploads, kind of the whole 9 yards. And is that pretty much it? Follow the Twitch as well. We also stream there. My Twitter is another place we stream and a whole bunch of stuff. And boys, I think that's pretty much all the housekeeping stuff to get out of the way. Is there anything else we have to say? Anything NFL draft related we want to say? Because that's tomorrow at the time of recording before we dive into the first segment.
Go Niners.
We'll be all together. Me and Tyler both have 2 picks to look forward to in the first round. You have 1.
Yeah.
Should be a lot of fun.
It's going to be a lot of drama.
It
We'll
will
see.
be fun.
Yeah, so
We should
hopefully
probably record something while we're over there, like post it on the social media a little bit, right?
We
like
could.
live reactions to the
live
Jets
reactions.
drafting
Oh,
a bust. That would be
Post on
amazing.
the story, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I think that could be fun.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we could record like Tyler, and then Tyler can record me for like Giants picks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
That'd be
do the
fun.
same thing as well.
Yeah, and you'll see it on our stories or whatever. So
Yeah.
let's get into the first segment.
Let's do it.
Let's rock.
Into the first segment we go. So as per usual on this show, if you guys are new around here, we usually begin with a news segment. And usually at this time of year, there's not as much. And thankfully, the NBA did its thing and gave us kind of a massive controversial story that we're going to talk about. And we're going to talk about the Portland Trail Blazers. So obviously, as far as their on-the-court status, they just tied up the series 1-1 against the San Antonio Spurs. Prayers up to Victor Wembanyama. Took a nasty fall in the second quarter, whacked his head on the floor, and has been ruled likely out by the time this comes out with a concussion. So this comes out on Saturday. I believe Game 4 is on Sunday. So hopefully he plays. If not, we'll probably see him on Tuesday back in San Antonio because it's just dangerous to fly with a concussion, and you don't want to risk anything of that nature. But we're not talking about the Blazers' play on the floor. Although, shout out Scoot Henderson.
Yeah.
We're going to be talking about their owner. And now, if you guys remember this, we did a segment on this either last year or 2 years ago. I don't remember, when Tom Dundon bought the Blazers for, I think, $6 billion from the estate of Paul Allen, who sadly passed away back in the 2010s. He also owned the Seahawks, the Portland Timbers, kind of had the whole Pacific Northwest in the grasp of his hand. And now the Trailblazers are in the hand of a new owner. And immediately he said he's not moving the team out of Portland, which is the main concern at first. And no one really talked much about Portland. They're a rebuilding team. They're an exciting young core, made some big trades. And obviously earlier in the season, the Chauncey Billups incident and stuff like that. And we get a tweet that kind of started it all, that's going to be on the screen right now that they're in the playoffs, saying that Trailblazers president Dwayne Hankins says fans won't receive playoff T-shirts for games 3 and 4 at the Moda Center when Portland hosts San Antonio. Now, for those of you that are kind of new into the playoff scene with the NBA, the shirts are a major thing. It's a way to kind of color code the arena. It's a way to get the fans engaged. And just wear the damn shirts. Literally, David Robinson and Tim Duncan were sitting courtside game 1 wearing the shirts. If those guys can do it, you can do it. So wear the shirts if you're going to the game. You're spending all that money anyways. You might as well wear it.
Yeah, exactly.
But the Blazers aren't doing that. And they haven't been in the playoffs since 2021 when Dame was still on the roster. So, Portland's going to be, that arena is presumably going to be crowded with Blazers fans. And like they should have shirts and stuff like that. And of course, they don't. And this just triggered a domino effect of tweets and everything that we're going to put on the screen regarding Tom Dundon. So we'll start things off with their interim head coach, Tiago Splitter. This is from Yahoo Sports, saying interim head coach Tiago Splitter said he's just trying to be a pro and focus on the team's first playoff appearance, despite reports that the new owner is talking to outside candidates to replace him. It says Splitter was given a raise from his assistant coaching salary and discussed a longer-term contract during the season. However, the salary presented to him was far below a standard NBA head coaching salary. Wow. So we're starting to kind of get the impressions that, this guy might be a cheapskate billionaire.
Yeah.
That's kind of the vibes we're getting. Then we get a tweet from the NBA Central, and it says, new Trailblazers owner Tom Dundon is reportedly enforcing strict cost-cutting measures, per JW Quick, saying staff required to check out of the hotels by 12:30 p.m. to avoid late fees. The team masseuse denied a room for pregame treatment. Two-way players weren't even allowed to travel to Texas for games 1 and 2, and free T-shirts for the fans for Game 3 were canceled.
Wow.
Isn't that wild?
That's weird.
It's so we've never seen anything like this regarding an NBA team.
The thing about that is so, besides the two-way players and the T-shirts, the first two are eerily detailed. Like, he must have somebody checking the books, obviously, and just seeing what is getting us, I guess, what money's being lost, due to, just reckless stuff. Like, the late stuff, whatever, but the masseuse.
Yeah, I mean, it's just...
What?
Because remember, you have to pay for all those rooms, but at the end of the day, this team's worth almost $1 billion. He's worth over $1 billion. The money's there. If you're going to buy an NBA team and you're just going to start cutting costs like this, it's crazy. But we have more. So now we have a tweet from Yahoo Sports saying Blazers owner Tom Dundon has been criticized for his approach to managing the team. So it's a tweet from a league source saying, end quote, I know he doesn't love Oregon and is concerned that it's a state that can't draw free agents. Well, with all due respect, you're not helping the cause of drawing free agents when you treat everyone like shit there. And to be honest with you, it's the truth.
Yeah.
It's clear you don't care about the fans because you're probably charging a bunch of money for these fans to come to this game. I'm sure the tickets are well over $100, $200 for even the nosebleeds. Yeah. And you're not even giving them a free T-shirt. You're not letting them be a part of that playoff atmosphere. It's almost like they're just going to a normal game.
It's crazy.
This opens up a can of worms. Why buy the team then? If you don't love Oregon, you could have bought any other team.
Exactly, yeah.
Come on.
Something we'll dive into a little bit later. Just move your mic up a little bit because the viewers can't hear you as well.
All right, I'm gonna scream, guys.
Please do not do that.
No.
But and then we have a Blazers team. We have a Blazers team source on the new owner's approach, saying the directive was, "Why are we wasting money? Let's think about this prudently." Essentially, he was saying, "Let's make things like the traveling party be about who needed to be there, not it would be nice if they come." which does make a ton of sense. And like, it's wrong. Like, why are you doing this? If of all the entities in the world that need to cut costs, an NBA team is definitely not one of them.
So are you saying that the Blazers may not be going bankrupt? Because this looks like to me that they're losing money and they're not gaining money.
Well, the when you
Right?
when
So-
you buy an NBA team, money's gonna have to be spent regardless.
You have to.
And you got to find ways to profit. Usually, the margins for NBA teams, you're going to profit every year. The thing with a small market is that those margins are very smaller compared to New York, Chicago, Miami, Los Angeles.
So you have to cut costs.
But
You have to cut expenses.
I mean, no, not. I don't think any other team is cutting expenses like Portland is.
Right.
I don't think OKC's doing that. I don't think.
OKC just won.
No NBA
Well,
team is
small markets.
financially struggling right now. The only reason why they sold the team was because Paul Allen passed away, and the estate's been looking to just kind of keep the team steady and look for an owner.
Yeah.
How do
And
we know that though? That's the question.
Well,
Like,
the-
because
like-
maybe there are some things going on behind the scenes that we don't know about that only he knows about and his
there's
and his
public
guys.
there's public metrics about the team's net worth, valuation, and where everything's at. So while the NBA has like, every team loses money throughout the year, especially since the pandemic, but no team is in a situation like some of
You
these
said-
lower league teams in the United Kingdom.
Did you say every team loses money?
No, I'm saying like they can lose money. Like every team did
So like
lose
overall like net what revenue like
net revenue. Like obviously in 2020, teams lost money because there were
Right.
no ticket sales coming in.
right.
That's just an example of it.
Interesting. Okay.
So
That is interesting.
we
I mean
also-
the Blazers have been bad for a while. So
Uh,
maybe that's what it is.
they've only been bad for like 4 years.
That's a while.
Right, but like you got other teams like Sacramento who has a one good season in 25 years,
Yeah.
and they're still fine where they're at.
Yeah.
So again, as long as you have an owner with money, that's really what it comes down to. And it's clear that Tom Dundon just wants to kind of revamp this whole roster.
Mhm.
And we actually have a tweet from Full Court Pass about Adam Silver defending this guy, saying people are starting to say he's not willing to spend money. Remember, this is a guy who just won a bidding war. Call it $4.5 billion to buy a team, and they're calling it cheap. It just can't be. But I'm thinking to myself, if you're spending $4.5 billion, why are you treating it as if like you only have $100 left in the bank? That's just
Maybe he does.
that would be pretty lame if
Exactly.
he did. And remember, like to be an NBA owner, you need to go through a whole set of processes. You have to get a sponsored owner. Like you have to get an owner to sponsor you. Like when Matt Ishbia bought the Suns, Joe Tsai was his sponsor, and you kind of have to go through the reps. It's like a months long process to put in a bid, get the bid accepted by the team, and everything.
Yeah.
And because of all of this, we have a tweet from Front Office Sports that he has been officially nicknamed El Cheapo,
Yeah.
which
That's fair.
seems to be pretty much fair. And the last thing we'll put on the screen as well underneath it, we have a tweet from Three Cone. Shout out to him saying, "Does the Blazers owner need a loan or something?"
Low key.
So that's essentially where we're at. So that's all the tweets regarding
Did
Tom.
you see your tweet down over there?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Can't
there.
believe Mr.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Silver.
we'll have that there as well. When I said I can't
well.
believe Adam Silver let Mr. Krabs buy a team.
Well.
So that's all the tweets regarding the Portland Trailblazers, Tom Dundon, and this whole cheapskate identity that the Portland Trailblazers are garnering. This sort of puts the future in limbo because we know the second apron exists. We know teams are deathly afraid of the second apron. And if you're cutting costs on other things, I could only imagine what it's going to come down to with the contracts, and especially what we're seeing with Tiago Splitter. So, Antoine, we'll go to you first. How do you feel about this whole just nonsense?
I mean, the first thing I saw was that NBA Central tweet when like this dude's popped, and I was like, "What's going on here?" Like the randomness of the first two things, the bottom two things is of course explainable, but at the end of the day, the players are players. If they're on two-way contracts, if they aren't, they're your players. They should be flying out no matter what.
Yeah.
Every other team does it with no issue at all. Same thing with the free T-shirts. Every game before we see, in playoffs, every seed has a shirt for like almost every team that's hosting the games. It's kind of just how it is. It creates unity. It looks pleasing, obviously, to the human eye because everything's kind of in sync with your colors, and everyone's wearing the same shirt. It kind of, makes a name for itself in that sense. So again, Tom, like Gio said, he could be broke now that he has spent the $4.5 billion on this team, and again, that's kind of on the owner's part to just be like,
it's on him.
like, what are your expenses going to be after you buy the team? Like, you can be going bankrupt, down the drain. Like, I mean, maybe it was all sorted out, or maybe it was not. But Tom Dundon, this isn't the way to start off in ownership at all. You're gonna have the fans calling for your head sooner than later, and it could drive him out. It could drive a lot of front office people out, and you can be looking at a bigger hole than you've created yourself right now with your decisions. And Matt Ishbia kind of created that hole in a different reason, and that was because of the team building and the coaching. Dundon's creating it with something completely different, still related to the basketball team, of course, but it's not a good look.
When did he become the owner?
I think it was sometime last year.
Sometime last year. Okay, so what has he done so far besides buying the team? What are some big things that he's done?
Nothing of note. Obviously, he's just allowed Joe Cronin to make the moves. In the trade, in the offseason, they re-signed Dame, and you make the trade for Drew Holiday, and they've done a bunch of other things. But it almost seems to me that I don't think he was prepared for this team to make the playoffs. I think right now the plan was to keep rebuilding. I mean, I saw the light with this team in the start of the season. I thought they were a play-in team, and they did make the play-in and clinch from there. But to me, that's still just a shitty excuse. I don't want to give him that excuse because at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. It's the NBA playoffs. If you have the shirts there, the fans are going to come. They're going to sell out the arena. You realize how much money you're going to make from that day alone? You're selling tickets for hundreds of dollars. These fans are going to come to this game, spend $20 on chicken tenders and fries. That's all going to add up. These arenas hold thousands of people.
Yeah.
So it's essentially... I like what the league source said about Portland's not a marquee spot. It's like Jimmy High Roller is a Blazers fan. He mentioned this in his video when Luka got traded. Some a fan base like him, it'll take them 20 years before he sees another player like Damian Lillard. So you need to attract guys in. OKC's doing a wonderful job at that. OKC's a very small market compared to the NBA landscape, but guys want to play for that team.
Yeah.
They have a franchise player. They have good vibes. They're a young team. They play defense. They shoot the ball well. They're entertaining.
They have a GM.
They have a GM that actually cares about the team. They have an owner that cares about the team. They have a good coach. Everything that OKC is doing, they've basically set the benchmark of what to do. And teams are starting to kind of follow suit with that. Look at teams like Denver. Look at Milwaukee when Giannis was, the team was in their prime. It's a recipe for success. And then you also see situations like small market or big market teams that don't do that. The Nets and Knicks have not done a great job in the past 50 years at attracting players the way they should. So at the end of the day, this is a red flag to me because I think previous ownership had the team in a steady rebuild. Once they got off of Dame, they were set. They were ready to go, kind of just shoot at this rebuild again. And now I do think the owner is going to kind of get in the way of this.
Yeah, I mean, look, from my perspective, I still want to look at the numbers myself. I still want to wait it out. I want to give him the benefit of the doubt because I don't know the guy.
Well, obviously.
But
nobody does.
Nobody knows the guy. And I don't even know if he has a reputation that anyone knows about before taking this position. So I do want to do my own research and really look into the numbers of what the organization, how much money they have, if they're in any sort of debt, how much risk is all these things. We have to take that into account because this is not an easy job to have.
Right, obviously.
Owning the Trailblazers is not.
It's
something
rare
that's
that
easy.
I mean, if the team had debt, the NBA would be coming for them, and they could, they find them and do other things like that. So, realistically, I don't think any team's in debt.
Well, they weren't. So Tyler already mentioned it.
I didn't
during
say
COVID.
I didn't say they were in debt.
No,
they just lost
COVID,
money.
They
in
lost.
2020.
They lost a
because
whole
you lose-
year's worth of revenue.
Not debt, but you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, but just because
if you're in the negatives, losing money,
Right, but
Well,
don't
every
wanna
team
be
was.
there.
teams have
Every team
rebounded
was.
themselves
Yeah.
from the previous year.
Right.
It's been 6
right.
years. Yeah,
Exactly.
it's back to almost normal.
but then you can't pay for the salary for your workers and stuff like that.
But if that's the case, then don't buy the team.
exactly.
Yeah.
If you don't have the capital to back it up, or if you don't want to spend your capital, then don't buy the team. It's that simple.
Yeah.
Again, it was a bidding war.
Is that him right here?
Yes.
Yeah,
I
he looks
guarantee.
like he made a bad decision. I can see it on his face.
I guarantee you, if the other guys in that bidding war probably have more money and probably would have spent more of that money. And now that I'm looking at this dude, he just kind of looks like a more tired version of Bill Simmons, and I can't
Yeah.
unsee it.
Yeah.
So
He looks like my coach from high school.
shout out, bro.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, it's a waiting game, right? this looks bad right now because the impression is you don't care about the fans, you don't care about the coach, you don't care about the players. It's almost like you just kind of want to run things your way. And Matt Ishbia already has done that, and it's been a bad idea. You need a laissez-faire owner. Hire people that know what they're doing and just give them the damn money. It's that simple. Everything will work itself out from there.
Yeah.
Just don't buy a team and think that you're going to be all hunky-dory and do whatever you want. It's not going to work.
Yeah.
And we've seen this fail with so many different teams. With Matt Ishbia, we saw it with Joe Tsai during the Nets' Big Three era. That was a total disaster. And don't make the same mistake again. Portland's literally on a perfect path right now to being a good team. They're already ahead of schedule, but I have a feeling he's going to set them back.
Yeah, I mean, we know Portland was through the ringer this year with the Chauncey news in the beginning of the season. Threw them kind of through that whole thing. They just signed him to a new deal. Thiago comes in, right away, within the next day.
He does all right.
And
He's a pretty
takes
good
his
coach.
team there. The team did not lose a step. Guys are improving. Scoot Henderson comes out of
Yeah,
nowhere.
what the hell?
Okay,
Yeah,
Denny
I
Avdija.
never,
ta-
I
like-
never sold my Scoot stock.
Can we
man.
talk about that just
Hold
a
on.
little
Wait,
bit?
can I? I'm
Yeah.
not.
I know you're not finished.
Denny
Yeah.
Avdija takes a step forward. Drew Holiday looks great. Donovan Clingan takes a step forward. The bench looks pretty good. Kamara, I can go on with all the players. I
Yeah.
mean, some guys didn't work out in the end, but
Yeah.
you got the best out of your top pick in recent years. Something's going right there with the
Yeah.
coaching staff, clearly. And
Exactly.
why would you want to remove Thiago Splitter from that situation?
Yeah.
You could bring in a head coach next year, and Scoot can go back to what he was before last night.
I don't think so. I think he already has too much confidence.
Yeah,
now.
he already has too much confidence. I think it's just more so the fact that don't lose a coach for other reasons. Don't lose a coach because you didn't want to pay him enough.
Yeah.
Because I can tell you right now, the Clippers didn't want to pay Paul George, which again, it's a different situation. It was rightfully so. But at the end of the day, who's in the playoffs and who's not?
Right.
Just because you didn't want to give him the money. That's just an example. It's a bad example, but I couldn't really think of anything else on the fly.
No, yeah, I get that.
But, essentially, we'll have to see what happens over the next few months. Because what's crazy, the last thing I'll say, what's crazy is that in a Armageddon scenario and the Blazers wind up winning the championship, that means those two-way players will essentially win a ring without attending a single road game.
Yeah.
Crazy. And you know what? It would not surprise me if he doesn't even allow them to have rings.
Yeah. I
Well,
was gonna say that too.
That would
don't
not.
think he's gonna
It wouldn't
overstep like
shock
that.
me at all.
because that's no cost to him. He has no care. Like,
Well, again, but
He's just a money guy.
The team has to pay for the rings at the end of the day,
Do
unless
they?
unless the league does it. I
pretty sure
actually
the league
don't know.
does.
Whatever happens,
I don't think the league
happens.
does.
The league definitely pays for the rings.
I'll look it up.
Why would the winning team, pay for their own ring? That makes no sense.
Yeah, that's a good point. So while Antoine looks that up, that is the end of the situation regarding the Portland Trail Blazers and Tom Dundon. Let us know down in the comments. What are your thoughts on this? Do you think the Trailblazers will get screwed over by this guy later on in the decade? Let us know.
Yeah.
And
You are wrong, sir.
the team
Okay.
pays for
The
it. Yeah.
owner and the ownership group pays for the rings.
So exactly. We'll have to see what happens. Hopefully
That
they
makes
get
no
their
sense.
rings.
Yeah.
And boys, do we have anything else to say before we dive into the player spotlight?
Let's go.
Let's rock.
Into the next segment we go. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Tyler's Player Spotlight. So this is the segment where I talk about a player or a team that's playing really well or really bad. And this could also somewhat be a shower thought segment as well, because there's a question involved with this specific player. Now, before we started filming, both of these gentlemen sitting to my left, or I guess right on the screen, have overwhelming levels of confidence that they know who this player is.
Yeah.
So I'm going to give you guys the chance to just guess it right now. So what you guys got for me?
I mean, it ain't Paulo now that he said
I'll-
it's not.
I don't think so.
I was thinking Kevin Durant.
No way.
I need you to move your mic a little bit closer to you, Antoine.
KD?
I was thinking Kevin Durant.
I was thinking Luke Kennard, but now I'm gonna go a different route. I'm gonna go with VJ Edgecombe.
No. There's no way.
I mean,
Alright.
he dropped 30 the other night.
He played great, but
It's possible that
I'm not giving you any more guesses. You already
could
submitted your
be-
guesses.
uh
I'm not giving you any more time. It was neither of those players. And in
Okay.
fact, you guys have been hit with another Tyler curveball, because this is not about a player that has been either playing well or playing not. This is about a player that made probably one of the worst career decisions he could have made 6 years ago. And we're talking about Kawhi Leonard.
Oh wow, this is so a player that's not in the playoffs. Then.
Exactly.
Oh,
okay.
you threw us off here.
So we're talking about, as Kendrick Perkins would like to call him, Kawhi Leonard Jordan.
Okay.
Now, obviously, we know the Clippers took a fat L in the play-in to the Golden State Warriors, choked a big lead, or I don't even think I think they choked a big lead. Kawhi got absolutely clamped up by 93-year-old Draymond Green, who, and it's the agendas right now for Gio are not looking good
What do you
because
mean?
Oh, yes.
Draymond
It's just one thing.
Draymond clamped Kawhi Leonard, his top 16 player of all time, all game. And the first 2 games Rudy Gobert's been playing, Gio's not having successful hate watches right now.
Listen,
Draymond had 2 back-to-back plays that were probably the best in his career.
Yeah, he ripped him.
he had really good games.
He ripped him 3 times.
Both
in a row.
can't lie.
steals.
Yeah.
He had
So,
really good games.
Shout out Draymond. Shout out Rudy. We'll obviously talk about Rudy throughout the playoffs.
And Draymond only had 2 good defensive possessions. Let's calm down.
Dude, Kawhi
Can
took.
you
Kawhi
stop
scored.
it?
Kawhi took. He made no shots.
He was getting double teamed the entire game.
and
Okay.
Same thing that the Lakers were doing to Kevin
we
Durant.
criticized the same thing with Kevin
And
Durant
Luka
and Anthony
Doncic.
Edwards. And
Yeah, but still,
Luka
if
could
you're
pass
getting,
out of double
he's
teams.
getting double teamed the entire time. It's not on Draymond. Draymond's not yeah, he had 2 good plays on him in the fourth quarter.
Draymond won them the game in the fourth quarter with his defense.
He had 2 good plays.
He did.
But he was getting double teamed the entire game.
But again, that's besides the point.
Okay, don't hate the player, hate the game.
Exactly.
What are you talking about? You just pulled a random quote out of nowhere.
Don't
and just
hate the
applied it to
player,
this.
hate the game.
Loud means
Stop,
right.
Stop
Loud
hating.
means right.
means
Loud
right.
means right.
Stop hating on Draymond. Hate basketball.
Can I talk
Hate
about
basketball.
Kawhi?
Like, what is this?
Can
bro?
I talk about Kawhi Leonard?
Yeah, please.
Let's talk about Kawhi Leonard. So obviously they lose in the playing game this year. And obviously we know we're in 2026 right now. So 7 years ago was 2019 when the Toronto Raptors won their first ever NBA championship on the back of Kawhi Leonard after being traded from the San Antonio Spurs to a place he didn't even want to go to. So we knew this was going to be a one and
Exile.
done regardless. He literally got deported to Canada
Exiled.
regardless of where he wanted to go. So essentially, you do that, you leave. He was supposed to go to the Lakers, but I think his agent wanted Kawhi to have equity in the club or in the team, franchise, whatever the legal term would be. So it didn't happen. You wind up going to the Los Angeles Clippers. So that's essentially mistake number 1. Mistake number 2 is trading Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and 5 first-round picks to the Oklahoma City Thunder for Paul George, Pandemic P, Podcast P, Playoff P, Pushin' P, whatever P name.
P.
I'm gonna have to bleep that out because that's demonetizable on YouTube.
Is it? Oh, wow.
Yes.
Didn't we say that before?
No.
Oh.
We never have.
Oh, wow.
So we're not going to we're going to bleep that out. So apologize to the viewers for that. But essentially, you do that, and a lot of those draft picks were good players. Jalen Williams, Jaime Jaquez Jr., and they have the pick this year in the lottery going to OKC.
Yeah.
And if you thought that was bad enough, they have a swap next year that they decided to give OKC so they could facilitate the James Harden trade to come to the Clippers in the first place. So it's been a whole disaster for the Clippers. And on the screen right now, you're about to see a tweet from Polymarket Hoops saying, give the Kawhi Clippers era a grade. And this is just ever since he got to the team. So their first season, he goes to the Clippers. They get Paul George in. They were one of the best teams in the NBA. Thought it was going to be a Lakers-Clippers conference finals to go to the NBA finals in the bubble. And you blow a 3-1 lead to the Denver Nuggets, which essentially kickstarted their era with Nikola Jokic becoming the best player in the world for about 5 years straight. So you lose in the second round there. Then 2021, you make the second round again, or you make the conference finals for the first time ever, but Kawhi tears his ACL, and you essentially had no shot against the Phoenix Suns. They were cooking that year on all cylinders, so that happens. 2022, you lose in the play-in, and you lose the first game, and then Paul George was ruled out for that second game for health and safety protocol, so he couldn't play. And Kawhi obviously missed that whole season. So you lose essentially in that round. 2023, you lose in the first round to the Phoenix Suns when they got Kevin Durant on the team, Devin Booker, that whole crew. Then 2024, they lost in the first round. I believe it was to the Dallas Mavericks, if I'm not mistaken, in that 4-5 matchup. And then last year, Kawhi comes back, plays very well. The team looks great. And unfortunately, you draw the Denver Nuggets in the first round, which is just about as bad a break as you can get. And you lose in a 7-game series by embarrassing fashion in Game 7. And then this year, Kawhi has probably the best season in years. The team started off 6-21 and then went on this ridiculous stretch to finish above 500. So credit to Ty Lue and the guys for doing that. But you lose in the play-in on the first attempt to the Golden State Warriors, who looked
Fluke game.
awful all season long.
It's a fluke game, man.
And
I hated that.
What?
It was a fluke game. It was a one and done game. Like the Warriors should never be in that situation to win that game.
but then
like,
again,
unfortunately.
when both teams are fully healthy, they would not be the 9 and 10 seed in the
Exactly.
West. So that's the other part of it. It's just
Still.
it's unfortunate situations, but it is what it
Annoying.
is.
Yeah.
So with Kawhi's future looming with the Clippers, we'll put another tweet on the screen. This is from the Heat realm saying, "Let me cry about this loss a little bit more. We're going to have our discussions when the time comes." So obviously, there's been reports saying that Kawhi will likely sign an extension with the Clippers because he lives on the West Coast. It's just a lot easier for him and his family and everything. But there are teams that could use his services this offseason. We're looking at teams like Miami. We're looking at Orlando. We're looking at Milwaukee, Golden State, the Lakers even. The Detroit Pistons are a team that could use him. There's a lot of options for Kawhi Leonard this offseason. I feel like this is the most freeing time for him specifically. And we'll ask you this, Gio, first. Where should Kawhi go in this next offseason? And this is the shower thoughts question. Should Kawhi have even left Toronto in the first place?
Oh, definitely not to that last question you just asked.
We'll answer both.
He should absolutely stay in Toronto. It was the best situation for him. I know he already came into that position
Yeah.
saying that he wanted to be one season and done. But, bro, you just win a championship. Just stay there. Stay there. It was a good situation. Obviously, he didn't. And then he ended up going to the Clippers, where the Clippers are known to be a losing franchise. So I don't know why he expected anything out of the Clippers organization. It's just like it's low-key cursed.
I mean, they were on the come up at the time.
They were on the come up, but like they did all they could. They got Paul George, they got this player, that player, and then they still couldn't get it done. It's like,
Yeah,
that's what I expect from the Clippers, to be honest.
that's true.
But man, it sucks. And now I'm seeing this comment here. He's 34 years old, so it's like he's old now.
Yeah.
It's like where can you go at this point in your career? You probably have like maybe 2 good years left, 3 maybe. And Kawhi's always known for load management. He's always hurt. So it's like
Yeah.
where can you go to a good situation where you can still be that primary guy, which he is when he's healthy? Like, I don't know. I honestly don't know. Like, can you give me a couple names?
I mean, I just listed you off a bunch of teams.
Yeah.
Like, so obviously a team like Miami, Orlando
yeah,
are 2 options.
they're in the talks for every team.
You really need to go to a team that is trying to win now, that has draft capital that they can give the Clippers. Because remember, with this whole aspiration nonsense, the Clippers could lose their first round picks for even more years. So if you can trade for some picks, then that can help a little bit. So you're looking for a team that's more veteran based, like Cleveland, for example. A team that is unsure if Donovan Mitchell will even be on the team past next season, let alone this season. And a team that essentially needs a small forward, a team that is looking to win and has the flexibility with the salary cap and with their future assets. I think that's really the only thing, because it doesn't make sense for Kawhi to go to a young up-and-coming team. Like if Brooklyn winds up being the next Blazers next year and makes the playoffs or the play-in, Kawhi doesn't make sense for that timeline. So you need to go to a team that's looking for someone like that, or a team that is already contending, that has a problem, i.e. the Minnesota Timberwolves are looking to get off Julius Randle. That makes sense. Because you need to try and find a way to keep Anthony Edwards on the team, because no one knows what his future looks like. We don't even know if the Wolves will even be in the West by the end of the decade.
Yeah.
So
Good point.
there are tons of options. But Antoine, I want to go to you on this, because that Raptors team, looking back on it now, Kyle Lowry, Fred VanVleet, Norman Powell, OG Anunoby, Pascal Siakam, like
Marc Gasol.
Marc Gasol, serial winners, and guys right now in the league, like Siakam just went to a finals, won a conference finals MVP. You look at the player OG Anunoby's become. Norman Powell just became an all-star. Fred VanVleet next season with Houston's going to be really good. Like, go dive in more deep on the Toronto part of this, because I still am puzzled beyond belief by this decision.
Yeah, and I actually have a firsthand experience. I don't know if you guys noticed. I mean, maybe Tyler does, but I was in Canada for Toronto's championship run.
Oh,
in
really?
I did not
2019.
know this.
That's crazy.
the hell
I don't know if
doing
you
over
guys
there?
remember, but I was in Montreal for the Grand Prix in
Oh,
Formula
wait.
One.
That was literally 3 months after I met the kid. So
Yeah.
yeah,
I was in Montreal, which is not Toronto, obviously.
but they all root for the Raptors.
But let me tell you something. Montreal, it was Grand Prix weekend as well. It was around the finals as well. It was a packed weekend, people everywhere. Let me tell you something. They love the Raptors.
Yeah.
And when I say love, I mean love
Yeah.
the Raptors.
Yeah.
And you're talking about people from Montreal, Canada, who were not even nowhere near close to Toronto and are a hockey town for the Canadians, and also baseball for the Expos, but the Expos are not nationals, whatever.
Yeah.
When I tell you, like, when you walk into a bar in New York here for Knicks games, you don't hear anything because it's so loud in there. You just hear people screaming, and you really can't enjoy it. I mean, you are enjoying it, but the game, you kind of don't know what's going on because people are kind of just doing everything.
Yeah.
When we walked into a bar or restaurant in Montreal, Canada
They're
for a
watching the game.
Raptors game,
Yeah.
you could hear a pin drop
Wow.
in that bar.
They're, dude,
That's crazy.
Canadians, I have so much respect for Canadians because they're so locked in. Like if
Everybody was watching that TV like that TV was
the last one in existence.
Yeah. And I walked in, I was like, oh crap. I was like, no one even turned their head to the door. No one was eating. They're literally like this on the TV,
Wow.
on the table, like locked in. And I in that moment in time, in my head, I was like, oh, like they love the Raptors more than I thought they did.
Basically, what you saw, what Dallas fans did after they traded Luka, the way they love Luka, like the note that they gave Anthony Davis, is the way they love the Raptors. And even that weekend too, Rory McIlroy won the RBC Canadian Open, or the RBC Canadian, and they were just chanting Raptors in 5 that entire day. And you just see everywhere in Canada, because remember, in the United States, there's 29 teams, and people move around cities all the time. So like New York City, for example, there's people from all over the world, let alone all over the country. So you're going to get different people rooting for different teams, and a lot of casual fans will go to games. But in Canada, outside of the NHL, there's only one team. So you have the Raptors and you have the Blue Jays. And there's the
And
same thing when they just made the World Series last
we
year.
saw how massive that was for them too.
And I thought the Raptors made a great case to get Kawhi to stay.
Yeah.
Listen,
And I'm so heartbroken that he left.
yeah, I mean, going back to 19 before the podcast, everything before, I mean, we were fans. I was just completely appalled by
Him leaving.
him leaving
Yeah.
because Masai Ujiri was building a dynasty with that team, and Masai Ujiri is now out of the Raptors. You know, he's doing his own thing, whatever.
Yeah.
They had the players. I mean, when you go back to that roster,
Yeah.
I mean, I'll pull up the roster while you guys talk, but Marcus Sol, Spicy P in his early days. Kawhi was probably the best we ever seen him play ever in his career in that time. He looked hungry. He looked ready to play basketball every single possession.
Yeah.
Locked in. Going to the Clippers, you kind of really didn't see much. Kyle Lowry was still on his prime a little bit. DeMar DeRozan was gone, obviously. OG Anunoby was a rookie or two, I think, the second year. Norman was kind of in the same area. Fred VanVleet came along in the second round,
Right.
getting drafted. I don't know the whole bench, but that team was locked in. Nick Nurse became a thing. You know, they hired this guy out of nobody knew about what he was, but he did. Takes his team to the finals. Drake is on the sideline massaging his
I'm
shoulders.
dead.
Yeah. Remember,
like
to win a championship in the NBA, you need to make sacrifices. We saw Boston having to trade Marcus Smart when they absolutely didn't want to, but you need to win the championship. Correct me if I'm wrong. Didn't Dwayne Casey get fired from the Raptors after winning Coach of the Year?
That's
yeah,
insane.
And then
and
you
then
have-
went to Detroit.
Yeah, and then you traded DeMar DeRozan, who was your franchise player. Obviously, we know he dropped in the playoffs, but you have to make that sacrifice. And unfortunately for Toronto, they didn't get that luxury of continuing the era. You did all this for one singular season. And just like the Clippers, Toronto has not been all that ever since. After they won the championship, they looked decent in the bubble. OG hit a game winner in the second round, but not having Kawhi was the death of this team. They lose to Boston, and then they became bad. They got lucky in the lottery, got Scotty Barnes. And as great of a player Scotty Barnes is, his offense is nowhere near the level of Kawhi Leonard. Same thing with Brandon Ingram. So it's been a lot of missed playoffs, play-in, first-round exits. And they're already down 2-0. They're getting massively outplayed by the Cavs. And it's just unfortunate. I feel like keeping SGA with the Clippers would have been better for them.
Yeah.
And keeping Kawhi in Toronto could have changed the whole landscape of the league. Could you imagine in the 2021 playoffs where you had that Raptors team competing with an Embiid and prime Ben Simmons, still 76ers, along with the Brooklyn Nets, along with the Milwaukee Bucks, with other teams kind of just chilling around, like the Hawks made the conference finals that year. So it's super unfortunate. That team from top to bottom was just stacked.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, it's just those decisions happen in the NBA. Rentals are a thing. Like in
Oh, yeah.
in all sports, it's just not as common in the NBA. especially now with the salary caps. Players will never walk for free anymore.
Yeah.
I think Paul George was the last one.
The thing I have a hard time with Kawhi is that, he saw the parade, he saw the love and the turnout there. I don't know what made him decide. I mean, money talks. Obviously, Steve Ballmer talks too. We know how great he is of an owner and what
I'll
he
tell you what it
does.
is.
And I guess LA spoke to him.
Yes,
That's the thing.
That's his home.
He loves
that's home.
He's
that
from
area. He
Cali.
went to San Diego State.
Yep.
And it kind of just how the cookie crumbles. I mean, he left Toronto. Went through this whole kind of rebuild and went through like the turnout. I mean,
let me give you a
everybody
story.
was,
So a lot of players do not like the cold, right? So Stephon Marbury, when he got drafted to the Minnesota Timberwolves, he was with a team with Kevin Garnett.
Yeah.
They showed a lot of potential in his first couple seasons there. Like, wow, this is going to be a dynamic duo. This is going to be the next big team in the West, this and that. And then all of a sudden, Stephon Marbury's out of there. Everyone's like, what the hell? Like, this was a good team. Why did he do
Right.
that? It turns out, years later, he says, I just don't like the cold.
Yeah, and that's fair.
He don't like the cold.
It's
Like,
more
what are
than
you going to
that.
do?
It's more than that too. And they had a lot of problems with this when rookies get drafted, because when you get drafted to, if you're from North Carolina, for example, and you get drafted by the Warriors, yes, you're moving across the country, but it's a very simple process. If you get drafted by the Raptors, you got to go through customs, you got to go
True.
through a
It's a
whole
lot.
immigration process.
lot.
It's a lot, and not everyone wants to go through those hoops. And at the same time, too, especially like when they first came into the league, they took B.J. Armstrong with the #1 pick in the expansion draft. He didn't want to play for the Raptors, so they traded him.
Mm-hmm.
So it's definitely, I can see that, but Kawhi wanted to go home. I understand he didn't want to go to Toronto. And look, as we've
was like-
seen,
He was like, I could probably win anywhere else,
also,
too.
Exactly.
That was his
again,
mentality.
the lifestyle in the U.S. is very different.
I don't even think it's that.
It's kind of the same.
I don't think it's
yeah,
that.
I
I just
mean,
think Kawhi
a little bit.
Kawhi did what he needed to do, and I don't think he saw the vision past this year. I think he had his sights set on going to LA regardless, whether it was last season or that season. So he made a decision, and
Yeah.
he had to unfortunately reap the consequences of it. He went through a lot of injuries, went through a lot of struggles, and at the end of the day, he still walked out of there with a championship and a Finals MVP in Toronto. So
Yeah.
I don't think Raptors fans really have no regrets, because it is what it is.
It is.
It's hard to win a championship. We've seen so many super teams form and fail.
Yeah, I mean, listen, in the beginning when that trade happens, Raptors fans are like, oh, this guy doesn't want to play for us.
Yeah.
Like, of all teams, you get traded to the Raptors. We're gonna have some hell of a season. We're gonna looking forward to. This guy don't want to play for us. What's going on with the trouble and everything? And you get a championship, and you're like, wow, okay, that we got something going on here, and hopefully it continues. But it ends after a season. What are you gonna do? We also are forgetting two guys that were very prominent for them: Danny Green,
Oh, yeah, Danny, yeah.
Serge Ibaka.
Yeah.
Those
Big time,
guys
big
were
time.
big time. That lineup, starting five, the bench,
It was a really good,
really
Well
deep
put together team.
well put together. Masai
Really.
Ujiri has an eye for talent. He just doesn't know when to trade the players he needs to trade.
Yeah.
So, essentially, that is. Do you have anything else to add? Because we're
Well,
already like 20 plus
did,
minutes
I
in.
did not say where he's going to go.
Oh, yeah, true. Where is he going to go next season?
I mean, I'm looking at it right now. That tweet right there, Miami.
Yeah.
And I think
That'd be cool.
I think Pat Riley wants to shake up that team.
But I don't know if it's Kawhi. I think Pat Riley wants to make a run at both Ja and Zion.
think
Put
he
the
wants
two
the
of them
other players,
together.
yeah.
Yeah. But I think
I
like
don't
Kawhi, it makes the most sense for him to go to the Warriors. He stays in California. It's
Oh,
a team that needs
yeah.
his services. And we don't know what Jimmy Butler's going to look like when he comes back from his ACL injury.
Maybe that's why he was talking
why-
about Draymond in such a positive light. He's like,
Well, no, because
that's the best
Draymond's
defender.
probably going to go.
Well,
Oh,
don't forget,
true.
Yeah.
Steve Kerr could be on his way out.
True.
Very
So
true.
That
So we
roster
never
could be
know.
completely changed.
But there's
We'll have to
definitely
find out,
there's
yeah.
definitely options, and you never know. They could always make the Clippers can make a trade and bring in a star that wants out, right?
Yeah.
So we'll have to see. So that essentially concludes the situation regarding Kawhi Leonard, the Clippers, the Raptors, that whole stuff. Let us know down in the comments. Do you think Kawhi Leonard should have joined or should have stayed in Toronto? And boys,
Yeah.
do we have anything else to say before we get into the surprise segment?
Ooh, can I end on like a really positive note that
Yeah.
people say that the NBA is falling off and going to the third sport behind baseball?
Yeah.
Completely false, because Legion Hoops just put out a tweet. The NBA just had its most watched opening Sunday of the playoffs in 15 years,
Oh, nice.
up 65% from last season.
It's pretty good.
The NBA runs the world, man. Runs the country. Doesn't run the world.
The NFL runs the country.
No, I think I would still. I'm biased towards the NBA.
The NFL definitely
the
gets
thing
more
about
viewership.
the NBA is going to be second to the NFL, unfortunately, just because how our American football is with us.
Yeah.
but baseball is not second.
Baseball's definitely not.
I'm sorry.
I can tell you that NBA Twitter runs the app. That
That's
is for
fair.
damn
Oh
sure.
yeah.
So,
Yeah.
and on that note, let's get into the surprise segment. Into the next segment we go. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Tyler's surprise segment. So if you're new around here, this is the segment where I bring something new and fresh to the table, whether that be jersey rankings, logo redesigns, reacting to Bleacher Report lists, ESPN lists, everything that's just not about the analytics of basketball. It's just a chance for us to have fun, kind of relax, and enjoy it. So last week, if I remember correctly, we went through the top 10 most overrated players in the NBA. We looked at a Bleacher Report list. So if you guys do want to go check that out, the link is down in the description below, or click the link above Gio's head. Now, Gio, you're going to really enjoy this one today because we're getting into some jerseys.
Okay.
And about, I think 2 weeks ago on Antoine's birthday, we saw a tweet go absolutely batshit viral across social media that the NBA was bringing back Christmas jerseys for next season.
Oh, nice. This is good.
Shout out to Pro Mockups. I think that's the name of the site that mocked up all these jerseys. Came up with 8 leaked designs that the NBA was going to utilize for the Christmas games next season. And the rumor is that all 30 teams are going to get one, and they're just going to wear them either on Christmas Day or wear them on the game around Christmas Day. Because let's be honest, no one wants to watch the Washington Wizards on December 25th. And we're going to have 8 of these, and then Hoop Grids themselves, the people that run Hoop Grids, made a 9th one for a 9th team. So we're going to go through all 9 of these jerseys today, and we're going to rate them out of 10.
I like this.
And see how it goes.
You have no idea how much I love the Christmas jerseys.
Yeah.
The ones with no sleeves.
What's your
I will
favorite of all
preface. What was the one where they had them all one? Oh, I got it. The commercial.
Oh, like
Jingle Bell,
the
Jingle
jingle,
Bell.
the
Oh,
jingle
that.
hoops,
So
yeah.
wait, what year was that?
2012, I think.
2015?
I thought it was like earlier than that because KD was still in OKC,
Was
right?
Curry in the commercial?
They were
Yes.
So
all
it had to be like
So, yeah, it was probably
2014.
2014.
they were
something like
all
that.
one color, like all
Yes.
throughout, and the logo
Yeah.
you could still see the logo. It
No,
was
the
But
one
that had sleeves in it.
no.
some of them
that
did.
one did not.
I don't remember, but
KD did not have sleeves.
the one I really like is the one where it's just the one color and they have the cream colored like kind of
Yeah.
script serif writing.
Yeah.
Those
Oh,
are
yeah.
the good
Year.
ones.
I remember that year.
So I
yeah.
hope they bring those back. I'll give you a spoiler. None of these are really Christmas themed at all.
Okay.
Yeah.
But these are jerseys that they're going to wear for Christmas games alone. So I have 9 of these. And boys, I guess, do we have any other questions, comments, concerns before we sort of dive into these jerseys?
No, let's go.
Wait, so this is just like an idea of what they have, or
this is
what the
this is
NBA
the
is
alleged
doing?
leaked
Oh,
design.
leaked. Okay.
So these
let's
are
do it.
leaked. These are leaked designs. There's explanations regarding each one.
Okay.
That there's going to be an image next to it to explain why they're designed this specific way.
Got it.
So we have 9 teams, and let's kind of get into this. So just as a placeholder for these guys, so they don't see anything, it's just a picture of Michael Porter Jr., Nets legend, Michael Porter Jr.
Why does one side of his beard connect to the other?
It's
one?
kind of like me. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, you know
We're
what?
like brothers.
You kind of look like Michael Porter Jr.
Yeah.
Now that I think about
Why
it.
does
just don't understand.
why does one side of his beard not connect?
It's just bad RNG, bad
It is
beard
what it
RNG.
is, bro.
But anyways,
Not
enough,
everyone can be a
enough of
model
Michael
like you.
Porter Jr. Let's get into the first team.
At
Boys,
least I have a
Male
beard.
model.
let's
At least he has a
boys,
beard.
let's get into the first team.
Sorry.
We're going to go in alphabetical order here, and we're going to start things off with the Atlanta Hawks.
Oh wow.
And now,
Oh god.
I love that.
here's what they're doing with these jerseys. Here's what they're doing with these jerseys. So you can see that there's really a lot going on the main part of the jersey, and it's essentially zoomed in parts of their logo or alternate logo from at any time period of when they were in the league. So this is throwing it back to like the old school days of the Atlanta Hawks when their colors were blue and green. And as you can see, the abstract design in the background of the jersey is the wing of the hawk. So how
I
do we
like
feel about this?
I really do like this. I do. It's very different. It's very artsy, very cutesy, very demure.
Oh no, why are we doing this again?
I'm sorry, but this is a no.
You know what? At first, you couldn't see the Atlanta. Remember, this is not the final version of the jersey. This is just a rough mock-up of what it
Yeah.
could look like.
Yeah.
It's
I
very
thought this
nice.
was the Timberwolves
Yeah.
when I first saw this. When I saw the blue and the green, I thought Atlanta said Wolves because I couldn't really tell. But I'm very biased towards the color turquoise and the color navy. And I think it looks really freaking cool. It's a good change of pace for the Hawks because they usually have like that bright offensive red, the bright offensive gold. I think this is a really cool jersey.
I want to see different angles, different lighting, but right
Yeah.
now I do like it a lot. If I had to give a rating,
You can use decimal points, by the way.
okay, I'm gonna give this an 8.7.
Okay. You know what? I respect that.
The biggest thing, I mean, I like the colorway.
Yeah.
The line going
I
through.
love that.
Remember, that's the
Gio.
old school jersey. Remember the green line going up like that S formation that they
You
had
don't like
back
that
in like
line?
the 70s or 80s, whenever era that was
Okay,
in.
I would have. Okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's a
That
throwback.
line looks cool. That's why I gave it an 8.7.
Okay, Gio. Okay.
What would you
Cool
give it,
ass
Antoine?
line.
I mean, the color is the best part I like about it. So it kind of helps it a little bit. I don't know why Atlanta's so small.
Again, it's just rough
It's a
mock-up.
rough mock.
Could be different.
Going off the color itself, I'll probably go like a 7 flat.
He said all that and gave it a 7. That's crazy. For me, it's definitely in the 8s. I could potentially put this in the 9s. I think it's just a little short of it.
Yeah.
So I'm going to give it an 8.9 out of 10.
That's
I think it's a very solid job. And look, the Hawks, just like the Michael Weinstein redesign, it's off to a really good start.
Yeah.
So let's get into the second one. Shout out to our guy Kev. He was in the stream last time. We'll link Kev's Twitch down below in the description. Get him to start streaming again. And we're getting into a pretty good one. We have the Boston Celtics.
Oh wow.
And as you can see,
wow.
they've gone for the clover design in their alternate logo, but they've turned it black.
Yeah.
And this looks
Phenomenal.
insane.
Yeah.
This is very nice.
How do you feel about this, Antoine?
Oh, I love it. I love the gradient design in the back with the black, and obviously we can make out it's a clover.
You know what it looks like?
What?
It looks like a stencil, and they spray
Yes,
painted it.
yes,
Yeah.
correct.
It looks like they spray
Correct.
painted this, and I love that
Yeah.
look. This is low key a 10, but I'm not gonna give it a 10.
No, you can't.
This is like a 9.7. This is
Wow.
beautiful. I love it.
Yeah, I love it. I would probably go off. I would do 9 flat, just because we have room for other jerseys.
Room for improvement? I think that's fair. There are some really good ones
Oh
coming up.
shoot!
But you
I'll
can still
go-
stick with a
I'll go
9.7.
9 flat.
Don't
Can
screw.
I take? I'm gonna say 9.5.
I was gonna say don't screw over an early jersey just because it's early.
Let me
If you
just say
like it-
9.5.
Okay, fair enough. For me, I'm a big fan of this. I think if there's one color that goes well with black, it's green. And
Yeah.
again, this just kind of feeds into my agenda of the Celtics just don't make mistakes. And this is just another version of this. If this winds up being what the jersey is, I think Celtics fans are in for a very fun Christmas day. So I'm going to give this a 9.4 out of 10. I'm
Is
a
it-
huge fan of this.
Is it crazy to say I do like the small font?
I hate the small font.
There's so much
I
empty
actually like it.
space.
I like it.
I'd
No.
rather the number be lower and put the font a little bit bigger because you
Yeah.
can't, like, on the court, who's going to, see that?
Yeah, no one can see it. Yeah.
So, again, it's just a mock up. It just is what it
Mock-up,
is.
Okay.
Are you ready for team number 3?
Yeah.
All right, boys. What is the opposite of snow?
Sun.
Heat.
What about heat?
Sun.
What about the sun? Sun is a ball of what?
Rays.
A ball of what?
Rays.
Fire.
Fire. And speaking of fire, we are
Heat.
getting into our third team, the Detroit
Oh
Pistons.
my goodness.
Throwing it back to their old logo in the
Wow.
90s and taking the fire design from the back of the horse. How do we feel about this one, Giovanni?
Oh man, I'm mixed on this one. Mixed emotion, mixed feelings. Initially, I'm like, oh, this is fire. And now
Literally.
I'm like, I don't know. I honestly don't know. I mean, on the court, you know what? This is fire.
Dude,
I'm
imagine,
sorry.
dude, Cade in this jersey when he
I'm
dropped
just trying
50.
to, yeah. I'm trying to visualize it right now, and I'm doing it, and it's like it looks tough.
Remember, think of all these jerseys on the court a little more optimized, a little
Yeah.
more clean.
Yeah, this is so good.
Yeah.
This is so good. This is like a 9.4.
Really?
This is a 9.4. It's a 9.5.
So the same as the Celtics.
Same as the Celtics.
So I think for me, I really love the colors. You don't really see this very often, like that cyan blue with, I think, like the Spurs are even show. It's like the Spurs colors with
Yeah.
the teal, the fuchsia, and the orange. I think fuchsia is one of the most underrated colors in the palette. So for me, this looks fire. I love it. Not as much as the Celtics. So I'm going to give this a 9.2 out of 10.
Whoa.
The Celtics are a little bit more relaxing on the eyes.
Dude, this one's flashy though. It's like, whoa, what's that
It's
team?
sick,
Who are
right?
they?
Yeah. First thing, bring back that Pistons logo
Yeah.
as the main logo, please.
Oh, please do. Even if it's in the red, white, and blue.
Yeah, and I mean just modernize it. And that's it, and then make it the color palette for the jerseys. Obviously, this is neck and neck with Celtics, so I'm gonna go 9 flat as well.
Yeah.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, I don't think they both are even. I don't think one is better than the other.
And that's fair to say. I think that you also get like both versions. Like one's like this really cool colored, relaxing on the eyes. The other one's like hot, flashy colors right in your face. And it kind of like, it just exemplifies a cool jersey.
Yeah.
So shout out to the Pistons. Are we ready to get into team number 4?
Yeah.
Giovanni, let me ask you a very important question, my friend.
Yeah.
Who is your favorite team of all time?
You're probably gonna say like the Warriors or something.
And you are correct because the
Yeah.
next team is the Golden State
It's not the case.
Warriors.
Yeah, it's ugly.
Going
Disgusting.
with
Delete it.
a black jersey design with the bridge and whatever like spires or whatever the thing is called
Yeah.
as a part of the bridge in California. So boys, how do we feel about this?
I mean, I love blue and black jerseys because that's my color palette.
Pretty much all of these are black based. So
Black
I don't
and
know.
blue.
There's too much. I don't know. Something's not right with this for me. I'd probably go. Oof.
gotta get an answer.
It's better than the Hawks one. No. Yes, it's better than the Hawks one.
No.
I disagree.
Why
Yeah.
not?
I think the Hawks one.
Wait, the
'Cause
Hawks one
the
looks
Hawks
like.
one has like no empty
Oh
space.
wait, yeah. Hold on, wait. The Hawks one has the ring. Yeah.
That's the one.
Okay,
Hawk
no,
one.
never mind. Go back.
Yeah.
This is worse. Sorry. I'll go 6-6.
Okay.
I don't like it.
Thank you for not going 0.1 higher than that.
Yeah, I was not gonna say 6.
For me, here's my thing. So do you see where the bridge panel is here?
Yeah.
I wish this was in the center of the jersey so you get both sides of the bridge going down.
Correct.
Okay.
So for me, if there's one thing I hate in a jersey, it's empty space. You need to fill out the space. And that's why you see in the thumbnails for the show, I try not to have empty space because
Yeah.
it just doesn't look right.
Yeah.
So for me, this missed the mark completely. I'm giving this like a 5.8 out of 10.
Yeah,
I don't
agree
like
with that.
it.
I think it's in the 5s. I'm gonna say a 5, just because I'm a Warriors hater. I'm gonna say 5 flat. I mean, also you're talking about empty space. I mean, their logo is empty space. You know what I mean? Right there, so it's like half of the bridge is in there, and the other there's empty space right there. So like even the logo.
But my thing is though, I like their logo in the sense that the blue looks like the sky. It just kind of makes the bridge vibe look a lot
and water
better.
as well.
So I like the way they utilize it in the
It just
logo.
looks
I just
ugly.
don't like the way they put it on the jersey.
All right. Well, it's a bad one nonetheless.
I hope Russ signs with the Thunder. I mean the Warriors this
Yeah, I hope he sounds with the Thunder too.
offseason.
Hey, good. You never know.
The Warriors.
The Thunder, yeah.
But anyways, shout out to the Warriors, I guess, for whatever they came up with.
Yeah.
Are we ready for the next one?
Mm-hmm.
Boys, it's time to go to Hollywood because we're going to the LA Lakers.
Huh.
Going with, I don't know what the design is here. It's either that Lakers L or it's the logo that's on their City Edition court, that LA in like dark
Yeah.
purple.
Yep.
And it's like a black jersey design with more of a reserved pastel like yellow, kind of from our Easter overlay. So, Antoine, what are we thinking about this jersey?
I like it. I like it a lot. The thing is with this is that is it better than Boston and Detroit? And
I don't think so.
I think it's neck and neck, but it could be like a tick lower just because there's not much going on. It looks like they just put like a black, I mean, not a black, like just purple randomly all around the jersey. So I might go 8-5. It's a great jersey, but again, I feel like they just put purple wherever they thought it looked good in.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with this jersey. It looks not very well thought out because I can't even make out what it even is. So
Exactly.
I mean, it doesn't
it's-
appeal to me
It's
that much.
the LA. That's what it is.
Is it the LA?
Yeah, you know what kind of reminds me of?
Okay.
It kind of reminds me of like a lot of those old school music videos back in like the 80s where it's kind of you got that like motion blur on everything.
Okay.
That's what it's kind of reminding me with all these logos. It's almost like a reverse retro from the NHL.
It is LA. I see it.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah,
see it.
it is. So the top left L, it cuts kind of like
The
into the
L's
side
right
of the
here and
jersey,
the A's right
and
here.
then the A is right there.
Oh.
He finally saw it.
Yeah.
So does
yeah.
that change the rating?
No, not
A
really.
little bit for me.
So what would you give it then?
So I'm still giving it like a 7.2.
That's fair. For
It's not
me,
great.
to be honest with you, what killed it for me was the yellow. I hate the yellow. It doesn't look good with the rest of the branding.
You want
I think
darker
you need
yellow,
to go
right?
with a more of a golden, like a
Yeah.
like if you're a real deep cut Crayola crayon user, the dandelion crayon, that's what I'm talking about, like that kind of color. So for me, I'm gonna give this like a 7.1 out of 10. It's all right.
Yeah.
All right, you ready for the next jersey, boys?
Yeah.
We're up to, I think
Jersey
we're almost
boys.
done actually.
6,
We're up to 6. Antoine, are you ready to go to your team, my friend?
please.
We are
The
going
Knicks.
to the New York Knicks.
Oh my God.
So what they've done here is
It's
they've taken the NYK and the alternate logo and they've kind of like tripled it, kind of going down here. They've elongated it.
This is remarkable.
Are you
Really?
serious?
Remarkable.
This looks ugly.
I
looks-
love this.
This looks like a Walmart like battle armor. Like
No, I love it. This is remarkable.
Okay, so what about it?
just because it's blue.
It says Knicks on it.
Okay.
Like Joe Mazzulla said. It
This
says
guy.
Celtics.
It says
It doesn't even
Celtics.
say Knicks. It says NYK.
It says NYK.
Oh, it says
on
Knicks on the above the number. Yeah,
It
true.
says NYK.
I do like the logo they chose. It looks like a Batman logo.
It
Yeah,
does look like a
it does
Batman.
give the Gotham
yeah,
vibes.
It
I
does.
will give them that. Look, it's better
Um,
than the Warriors.
Yeah, it is.
I am gonna go 9-4,
Wow.
That's crazy.
and
Seriously,
I'm
over
not
it.
being biased.
Over it. Yes, you are.
Crazy,
Nope.
crazy.
Can I
Warriors.
get my rating?
Yeah,
the
please
rating?
bring us back down to earth.
Yeah. This
Cloud
is 7.8. This is 7.8.
So for me, I gave the Hawks one an 8.9. I do think this is in the sevens. I'm going to give this a 7.9 out of 10.
Oh my God, you guys are a bunch of haters.
Do you-
9.4 is ridiculous.
Look, you were lucky I gave the Knicks City edition jersey this year in the nines. I gave them credit there. I don't
They
like
deserve
this
it,
at
yeah.
all.
The final product of this will be in the 9s.
Well, my thing is I don't like that alternate logo. I think it's trash.
the logo,
Interesting.
I don't like it.
I like it.
That's one of like.
I like that logo.
It's
It
I think
looks
that
cool.
I think the Knicks could do so much better. I'd love
Oh,
to
we
see them
could.
do
They
like a
could do-
Statue of Liberty based alternate
Yeah.
logo. That would be
Yeah.
cool. But then again, it also wouldn't make sense because the New York Liberty is part of the Nets,
The Nets, exactly.
globe, so it's
Yeah.
fine.
So is this supposed to be like a Christmas vibe?
It's
No,
just a
he said
jersey
no,
to
yeah.
wear on Christmas.
Yeah,
To
he
be
didn't
honest with
say
you,
no
I really don't know
I
what they're
can't
going
see it
for.
happening because all of the jerseys are black. Or have like a lot of
Well, no,
dark
there's supposed to be a
colors.
unison design with the Christmas jerseys.
Yeah, I think about it too. They all have like popping, flashy colors. During Christmas time at night, it's pitch black outside, and the houses have Christmas lights are illuminating the streets. That's kind of the vibe they're going for
I could
with the
see this
flashy
more for
colors.
Halloween,
That could be cool.
That
This
could,
look
that,
like more
that, yeah,
Halloween
that could look
jersey.
for
Yeah.
Halloween. Yeah.
right?
Boys, we have 3 teams left.
Yeah.
And I think you're going to like this next one, Giovanni, because we're going to one of your favorite NBA teams of all time, the Philadelphia 76ers.
Wow.
Going with the fluorescent stars
Give me that.
that are in their alternate logo. They had a jersey where they wore all of them. And for those international viewers, these are the 13 stars that represented the first ever American flag that had the 13 colonies turning into the 13 states.
Yeah, so I like this jersey, but it is missing something. I don't know what it is.
Why didn't
It's
they
missing something.
Why didn't they continue it down to the bottom?
Because
Yeah, I
remember,
don't
this is a zoomed in version. So if they were to continue to go down, it would be like below the
Oh,
jersey.
okay. Got it.
Okay.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
But overall, I think it's in. Oh man, it just misses the 9s, honestly, because it's just missing something.
Yeah.
So I'm
empty
gonna give
space.
this like an 8.8.
I'm kind of along the same lines. I'm going to go lower though, because I also don't. I think it's just a lazy alternate logo
Yeah.
for the Sixers. Yeah, I understand it's America, stuff like that, but they could have done better. I would have loved to see the Liberty Bell. I would have loved to see maybe the old school Sixers logo. I love the red, so I'm going to give this a 7.5 out of 10.
Oh wow.
I'll rock with an 8-2.
Yeah, it's fair.
It's pretty good. I like the red and black. That
Not
goes well.
not bad at all. Boys, we're getting to our penultimate jersey, and this is the one that Hoop Grids designed. So shout out to Hoop Grids. For those that don't know, we do tic-tac-toe every other Saturday using Hoop Grids. And they have gone for their rendition of the Portland Trailblazers logo. So just using the typical logo with the red and the black. I'm curious to see how Antoine feels about this because Antoine never wears red. He just wears blue, gray, and black. So how do you feel about this specific jersey?
I love it.
Really? I'm actually
I
surprised by this.
Love it.
Talk about it.
I mean, I do wear red. There's bits and pieces of red in my clothing, as you can see on the front.
This bro.
So
the
it's
Italian
literally
flag.
just the Italian flag.
What?
It's the Italian flag. It looks like actually
Shut
that's the
up.
Mexican flag.
That's the Italian
I
flag.
know. I'm just kidding.
Shut
Yeah.
up. I like it a lot. I do. I think the way they place that logo is in the ideal spot. It's kind of like where your heart is. I guess if they're kind of going with like the circle where your heart is. I don't know. I'm just going at it, bro.
Yo.
And the trail going Trailblazers, the trail going
Goes all
on
way
the
down,
other
fades out.
side.
Yeah, I see the vibe.
So listen, I know your owner is a cheapskate.
He's not going to pay for these jerseys.
But this jersey is one tick higher than the Knicks. This is a
Wow.
9.5.
Okay.
Let's go, Joe. Imagine
it.
Scoot dropping 35 in this. So the first Hoop Grids went for a white number rather than a black number. So, Gio, how do you feel about this one?
This might be one of the best Trailblazers jerseys I've ever seen, to be honest.
Wow.
One of.
Okay.
I love the sleeves, the red and the white part of the
Works.
sleeves there.
Yeah.
I love that. It just makes everything pop more. And then just like I don't know, like the number looks really nice. It pops. The logo, like Anthony was saying, it looks like there's some stencil in there as well.
There is, yeah.
I mean, the Blazers logo looks like a stencil design as it is.
It does.
And for those that don't know, the little ridges you see that are red and white represents the 5 players on the home team and the away team, and they kind of cross paths in the middles
Make
like the
a
ball.
trail, yeah.
Yeah. I'm a big fan of the Blazers logo, and I'm a humongous fan of this jersey.
Yeah.
This is fantastic.
Can I get my rating real
Oh,
quick?
yeah, sorry, my fault.
I would say like a 9.4, to be honest. 9.4.
So I gave the Celtics a 9.4. I think this is better. I'm going to give this a 9.6 out of 10.
Oh, wow.
I think red and black go the best together. Obviously the main part of the logo is supposed to be different colors representing the different teams, but I love when the whole thing is black and you have the red kind of like flashing through. You have different types of red. It's a cool gradient, sort of frayed motion blur design that we've been seeing with these jerseys. This is fire. This is amazing.
agree.
I really hope we see some version of this next season.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
boys, we have one more jersey left. And Giovanni, who's your current favorite team right now in the NBA?
Dude, you asked me
Kings.
this already.
Who's your current favorite team right now in the NBA?
Well, I love Russell Westbrook.
And
so
what team does he play for?
he's the Sacramento Kings.
And here is the Sacramento Kings.
Oh, wow.
So we've gone for this sort of black design, and they've used the King's crown in their alternate logo
Yeah.
to make the design.
This may take the cake.
Yeah?
I think. I mean, not to confuse it with the Utah Mountain because it kind of looks like that too.
Uh-huh.
I can't choose a winner between Portland and Sacktown.
Got to go for one.
I'm gonna have to go even on both.
Even. Oh, wow.
No, I actually think Portland wins.
I agree with that.
I would go 9-3.
Yeah.
They're the third best. Knicks are second.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Fair enough. Giovanni, you're a Kings fan right
Yeah.
now.
So
How do you feel about this, knowing that Russ could potentially be wearing this next season?
I really don't know what that is.
It's
Is
the
it
crown.
supposed
It's the crown.
It's
It's
the
the
crown.
crown.
I literally just
That's
said it.
the
Crown?
crown. He said that.
It's the
It doesn't
crown.
look like it.
But it
Well,
is. It's just zoomed in.
It's just yeah.
So you're basically just seeing this
it's
portion.
just spikes.
I mean, it looks cool. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
It looks like it's like a guess who it is type of jersey. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
Like guess that Pokemon.
yeah. Like like when you zoom in on something, it's
Yeah,
like guess
like
what
the
this is.
silhouette.
Yeah.
You know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of the Phantasmic show at Disney's Hollywood Studios.
Yes.
It's literally
yeah.
it's literally like an almost spitting image where you kind of got this purple base in the background, and then Mickey's kind of like at the top of the mountain,
Yep.
kind of controlling all the lights and everything like that. I'll put the picture on the screen for you guys to see kind of where my vision's at.
Yeah.
But that's kind of the first thing I thought. But
I'm gonna give it a 9.0. 9.0.
okay, that's
9-0.
fair. This almost also reminds me of something that we'd see in like the cover of a play, like right at the front. This seems like something you'd see at the front of like a program on Broadway in New York City.
Yeah.
There's something about this I really like, but I just don't think it's better than Boston and what's their faces, Portland.
Portland.
So for me, I think this also just misses the 9s. I'm probably going to give this an 8.8 out of 10. I think I like Atlanta's a little bit more than that.
Fair. Okay. Yeah. The color scheme there. Yeah.
Exactly.
Listen, these are great. I mean, I'd
All of
love
them
to
are
see
good.
the final product if this is the way they're going with the gradient type of stencil.
Yeah.
But I like it all
Yeah.
around.
And it's very fitting that the Warriors had the worst jerseys. It's very fitting.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
true.
they did. The Lakers weren't too far behind them.
Yeah.
But yeah, that concludes the leaked NBA Christmas edition jerseys. Let us know down in the comments which one was your favorite and what was the worst one. And boys, it's that time in the episode. Are we ready to talk about some players?
I am.
Yeah, let's rock.
Welcome to the second half of the show, ladies and gentlemen. It's the main segment. As you can tell by the title and thumbnail, we're going to be revealing one player we're worried about on every NBA playoff team. So if I mentioned this in the intro, but if you skipped ahead to now, then I'll just explain it again. We essentially are picking the one player on the team that essentially has drawn a lot of red flags in his direction. This could be based on their poor play this season. This could be based on their poor play in this current first round series. This could be something later down the line should they get through their series into the second round. This could be a sense of in the offseason if they're going to get traded, if they might be out of the league. There's a lot of different directions we can go with these players. And we essentially allowed ourselves to kind of be creative with our angles with some of these guys because we don't want it to just be like, oh, this guy's playing like crap in game one. That's going to be the reason for everything. No, I think there's a lot of layers with concerns for players, and some have more than others, whether that be your favorite team, prediction-based reasons, or buying or selling stock. So, boys, I'll ask you the question before we begin. What was kind of the main approach you took into choosing a player?
It kind of depends on the team situation. There is some playoff involvement, and there is also not.
Right.
So it just depends. Some guys that are just injured,
Yeah.
trade market, contract expired, all that stuff.
Understandably
Yeah.
so. And what about you, Gio?
I mean, honestly, everything he just said.
That's
Like,
fair.
For me, health was a factor. Recent play obviously is a factor, and then what the future looks like for them.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
And it was kind of the same thing for me. There wasn't really too much I read into it. You're more looking sort of at the broad scheme for some of these guys, and you're really kind of keying into specific details in the other one. So, do we have any other questions, comments, concerns before we kind of dive into all these teams?
Let's go.
All right, so what's going to happen is me and Gio each have 5 teams. Antoine has 6. So we're just going to go alternate one by one. Antoine will start us off, and he'll wind up finishing because he has an extra team and player to go through. So without further ado, Antoine, let us know the team you have, so that way I can use the overlay transition.
Yeah, of course.
And let's get into your first team. What you got for us?
Yeah, so leading it off, we're going to go to the team that's playing right now as we're recording, the Orlando Magic.
Okay.
So I'm not going to go the Paolo France route at all because there's someone on this team that, is a big what if that should have been in our draft, obviously, but kind of been forgotten just because of his circumstances, and that's Jonathan Isaac. Jonathan Isaac, 28 years old as of right now. Of course, we know him as a top 6 pick in 17. He's been out since March with like a left knee sprain. We know the injury history is massive for him. Only averaged 2 points a game this year. Only played like in 30 games. His contract is a hefty one, similar to Pat Will, like we spoke yesterday. He's on a 5-year, $84 million deal.
Wow.
In July 2024.
Damn.
And that runs into the end of this decade, 2029. And the math on that is, 25 mil around the beginning of the contract and then 14, 15 mil towards the end of the contract. But Isaac has not panned out at all. And the worries for him has been from the beginning of time, and it still is around now. So if I'm Orlando, you want to shed that money, figure it out. You can do a la Dame Lillard and cut him, eat the dead money. But just a player that worries me since the injuries have been a thing, and the Magic as well, because that guy had so much potential to be something great for them.
Yeah.
And we saw flashes of it in his healthy year, which I think was 2 years ago when he
Yeah.
played almost 80 games.
Yeah.
But it's just
He's always
not
injured.
it's not going right for him at all.
Yeah, he played 71 games in the 2025 season. This year he's played 52. And then before that, he missed 2 straight years with a bunch of just injury problems.
Yeah.
And he has not, I don't think he's played at all so far in the playoffs. And
No.
against a team like Detroit, Jonathan Isaac's he's a decent defender. He's tall, he's long, he's got
I'd say he's a
everything
really
you
good
need.
defender.
He is.
Yeah,
But
he
the
is.
problem is if he's getting DNPs
Yeah.
on an 8 seed with the stature he has, that's
Yeah.
a bad thing.
It says he has a left knee sprain and he's been out since March, which is last month, obviously.
Yeah.
But
He's
a
been
left knee-
battling those injuries for his whole career, and it's unfortunate.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate. So his health is definitely something to be worried about if you're the Magic, especially after you paid him all that money. It's like, dang,
It's unfortunate too, because again, I guarantee you, if Paulo didn't wake up, we'd probably be talking about him. Because after that first playing game, he was
Yeah.
just an absolute atrocity to the sport.
Mhm.
And thankfully, he woke up. Franz woke up. The rest of the team woke up, and Jamal Mosley woke up. Whatever job he has left, I guess.
I don't know if he woke up because right now they're losing by what, 20, 30
20.
points?
Look, it's a big thing to get a win versus a 1 seed in the playoffs. That's
Yeah.
pretty impressive feat to accomplish, especially on
Yeah.
the road in a hostile environment like
Yeah.
Detroit.
Yeah.
So it's fair. But as far as Jonathan Isaac goes, my concern level, if I were to put it on a scale of 1 to 10, I'd probably be on like a 9 right now.
Wow. Yeah.
I think his time in the league is coming to a close.
It's unfortunate though.
Yeah.
We saw
Yeah.
a lot of him when he was good.
I still like Jonathan Isaac, but it's just like, come on,
He's
man.
only 28.
Get healthy, man.
He's only 28.
He's young. He's still
He's in his
young.
prime,
Yeah.
but he's not healthy. If
Yeah.
you're not healthy in your prime, then what are you actually?
Right. Right. Yeah. That's the
Alright,
harsh
G.
reality.
Exactly that.
But moving on,
What do you got?
let's go to the New York Knicks.
Ooh.
We're gonna get to them right away. I think this is an obvious one.
That's a real good
I'm gonna have
question.
you guys guess who
I,
this is.
I have a very specific player in mind. I'm curious to see if you chose him or not.
Okay. You might not. Okay. What do you think? Who do you think it is?
I think you went the cat route.
Okay. Who do you think?
I think you went Jalen Brunson.
Oh wow. I went neither of those.
Mikal
Oh,
I
Bridges.
guess this wasn't as obvious as.
Yeah, I thought you were gonna go for one of the big two because
Nah.
they've been showing a lot of red flags recently.
Nah, I think they're fine. I think Cat's gonna have a big time game, game 3, And same thing with Brunson. They'll bounce back. I have no concerns about them. I think they're going to pull away in this series.
But for me, it's not about the offense though. And that's something we
Just
can
about
talk about in a
defense.
little bit. Yeah, get to your
Okay.
player first, and then we can talk about it.
Well, look, I'm talking about a player that has shown no offense at all. I'm talking about a player that had the ball with 3 seconds to go in the game and bricked it. He had the chance to prove all of us wrong, hit a big shot, and he didn't do it. And that's Mikal Bridges.
Gio, can I ask you a question before you continue?
Can you please?
How many first round picks?
Say you can't count the 5.
Do you-
What was it, like 6?
It was 5. It was 4 unprotected first round picks from the Knicks, and a top 4 protected pick
Yeah.
from the Bucks that went to the Knicks,
Yeah.
and then a pick swap in 2028, along with a second round pick.
Yeah. And so to answer your question, Tyler, who are you most worried about for the Knicks? It is Mikal Bridges because of literally what you just said, right? You spent all these picks on a player that, you can't really trust to do anything. Even in the playoffs, where like last year he did, he showed out in the playoffs.
Defense.
Right.
This year, defensively especially, this year, it's like, what are you really doing, bro?
The amount of
You just running around on the court. Like, what else are you doing? Getting cardio? Besides cardio, what are you doing?
he's cardio man, but the amount of tweets I saw after game 2 saying I had absolutely zero faith that Mikal Bridges was making that shot. As soon as he shot that, like when I saw it was Mikal Bridges, just for the sake of being nervous, I was like, oh, but like in hindsight, if Mikal Bridges is taking the final shot,
Yeah.
congratulations to the opponents because that's an incredible win.
I already knew. As soon as he got the ball, I'm like, yeah, this is cooked.
Like-
He's choking that. He's not hitting. As soon as he released it, I'm like, that's off.
The contrast to that, do you remember when Shea hit that game winner on the Nuggets last month? I genuinely thought Aaron Gordon made that 3/4 court shot right after that.
Yeah.
That's the difference in that. I thought Jalen Suggs made that full court heave after Luke Kennard made that 3. I don't get Mikal Bridges does not move me anymore.
No.
Not
Not at all.
one bit.
Not at all. And I think that's the biggest frustration with Knicks fans, not only because of the pick attachment to it from Leon Rose, but also the player coming back. What happened to the days in Brooklyn? What happened to the days in Phoenix?
Yeah.
You would
It's not
drop
the same
20,
player.
no problem. I understand a team is bigger now, but you walk around the court smiling like you're doing something. And it's like what Mets fans do with Lindor. Like, why are you smiling for? Like, you're shooting 5 of 20 from the field with 5 points. What are you smiling about?
Well,
that
that's-
you got the
yeah.
deal, like that you're with the family now with Brunson and all of them.
He talks
Like,
trash too.
I mean,
He talks a lot of trash to the
it's-
opponent.
it's
No place
McHale,
doing
but
that.
like, look at what he's putting up, and like, yes, he's Iron Man, plays 82 games, and hasn't missed a game since high school.
Yeah.
I really don't care about that. Honestly,
It's really
I
like
really
about
don't care.
quality over quantity, and you're just not you're getting quantity, you're just not getting the quality.
Yeah,
But
I
can
really don't care that he suits up every game.
Can
really
I
don't care.
can I really quickly just ask you about Brunson?
Yeah.
Because we're 2 games into the series, and CJ McCollum has relentlessly attacked Jalen Brunson every single possession. And he looks at every possession, he just gets worse and worse on the defensive end. And we saw last night he was even missing shots in the clutch. He made 2 threes, and then I think he missed the mid range, got
Yeah,
stripped
it
by
rimmed
Nikhil.
out. It was unfortunate.
Right, but then he got stripped by Nikhil.
Yeah.
He just wasn't he's not as locked in as he usually is in the regular season. We saw this against the Pacers last year, and there was a stat from the latest Jimmy High Roller video where Jalen Brunson won an award that he made up called the Prime James Harden Award, where there's a site called Crafted NBA which gives you a lot of advanced metrics, and it gives you percentiles based on your offensive and defensive projected plus minus.
Okay.
Jalen Brunson had a 98th percentile on offense. He was the 3rd percentile on defense.
Oh yeah, you did mention
A disparity
this,
rating of 95%. We need to start talking about Jalen Brunson in that regard because his defense is atrociously bad, and it's the main reason why the Hawks won the other night.
I wouldn't say it's the main reason, but it's definitely one of the reasons. They did attack him. I saw it. I was there. I was watching. But yeah, I mean, that's definitely a worry.
Yeah.
It's definitely a worry, but I would say McCall's is more glaring,
It's
I
not.
would say.
It's not. The
I would say
biggest.
McHale's is just more obvious because we just know he's not like that.
Yeah,
I think
and
that's really
it's
what
not
it
the biggest. I
is.
mean, it is a worry, but at the end of the day, we're not with the 5 guys on the court. Jalen Brunson's probably like the least of our worries.
I would agree with that.
At the moment in time, yeah, he makes some boneheaded decisions. It's part of what he does, and you can't fix that because it's who he is and how the team is built. And Mike Brown can't fix it either, clearly.
Yeah.
So again, it ain't a coach problem. It's not a Tiz problem. It ain't a Mike Brown. It's a team problem.
Well, I
And,
think it's more
you know,
so the fact that kind of like you mentioned with Lindor, because Brunson's the star player, you're just going to gloss off his flaws. And if his flaws are glaring and losing you games, you have to pay attention to that.
listen,
I would say his only flaw is defense, and,
And
that's a
and
huge
that's a
thing. But
major
everyone
thing.
else,
it's massive.
everyone else on that team, besides Cat,
Yeah.
is a really good defender.
Well,
Exactly.
listen, hold on. If
So
you,
he has guys
if
around him.
You, I mean, yeah, Mitch, of course. But if
Yeah.
if you're removing OG Anunoby from this whole starting five, and not making that trade with RJ Barrett, and there's no defense.
No, but it's not even that.
Well, that's
you
that's
know,
But
just a what if.
It's not even that. We saw the Knicks had all three of their great defenders on the floor in the final minute of that game. And CJ McCollum went at Brunson all
Exactly.
3 times. He went at OG once, and then he went at Brunson the rest of the times.
Yeah,
but I guess it's besides the point.
Because you know the
I would,
matchups.
I
That's
would just
kind
be
of-
concerned about what we're seeing from Brunson moving forward.
Listen, I'm still an advocate. First round exit, second round exit to break up this team in the summer.
You have to.
It's on to them if they want to do it and hit a reset or hit a reshuffle.
Yeah.
But this team ain't cutting it. And,
And-
it's been 3-4 years. We're on
Mikhail's
the
making
same-
a lot of money too. But that'd be
he
kind of
is.
funny. CJ put the NBA in the apron situation and could literally force the Knicks to blow up the team by putting them into the second apron and trading
Yeah.
guys from beating them in the first round.
Yeah.
So not bad.
Yeah.
Are you ready for my first team?
Yes, sir.
All right, let's just get them out the way now. We're going to the Los Angeles Lakers. Now, kind of going into this, I was stuck between 2 players. The first one I was talking about was Austin Reeves because we saw last season in the first round, he looked atrocious against the Minnesota Timberwolves. They basically had him on clamps most of the game. He didn't show up, and he wasn't his usual self. This season, he's playing a lot better, but he's hurt, so you don't really get a gauge of anything like that. So I kind of did what you did with the Knicks. I went for the very obvious choice of DeAndre Ayton.
Yeah.
And kind of like the Jonathan Isaac thing, I genuinely do not know if he will be in the league next season.
Oh wow, I don't know about that, bro.
Bro,
I know,
I mean,
He's still 7 foot.
he's still,
He's athletic.
yeah, I mean, so is Ben Simmons, and he's not in the league. So it's
a very
it's kind
good
of a moot point. Remember, this is the first overall pick that had a 2-0 lead in the NBA Finals. And ever since game 2 of the Finals, I think he's lost most of his games aside from that first round series in 2022 against the Lakers.
Yeah.
And then they got, they played the Lakers in 21. In 22, they played some play-in team in the first round. I forgot who it was. That series was irrelevant because they were the 1 seed. But, DeAndre Ayton this season on his contract is making, I just had it up, he is making...
Is it 10 mil?
He's making $8 million this year. But remember, the Suns are also paying, or the Blazers are also paying part of his contract.
Yeah.
So he's got a player option next season. He either opts out and takes a big risk and tries to find a home in free agency,
Yeah.
or he opts in. And I'll tell you what, if you're not playing good in a contract year, the Lakers will trade your ass in February, and then they'll probably trade you like the Jazz or something. You get cut, no one's going to want to sign you.
Yeah.
And I'll give him credit. He played good in game 2 last night. I think he had
Like 18?
he had 19 points and I think 11 rebounds.
That's good.
Here it is, 19 points, 11 rebounds. But in game 1, he had 6 points.
Yeah.
And had 4 rebounds.
Exactly.
Like the fact, like you saw in the Nuggets series in 2023, when he went up to try and block a Jokic layup, Jokic missed it, and Ayton just stood there and watched Jokic get 3 straight rebounds on that one play.
Yeah.
And for me, it's the mental thing with Ayton. And he just doesn't have that. He doesn't have that dog. Like I said earlier on, if he had Mamba mentality, he would conquer the sport
Bro.
itself. You are 7
So much
foot. You are
potential.
jacked. You can shoot the mid range.
Yeah.
What about like
I
his
saw bro.
games?
I saw bro doing a walking handstand. He's walking on his hands, and
Yes.
he's 7 foot.
Yeah,
What are we doing?
I'm telling you, bro. Caribbean people are different.
He's
Yeah.
built
They are
very
legends.
different. Yeah.
Yeah.
But for me, I just don't. I don't see a future with him on the Lakers.
Yeah.
And I think when they beat the Rockets, because obviously we're not covering games, but the Houston Rockets are a freaking atrocity to the sport right now.
Yeah.
Oh my God, the things Chet and Hartenstein are going to do to poor old Ayton in the playoffs, man. In
Yeah.
the second round, dude.
Yeah.
Like no defending champ's gotten out of the second round, and that's of course going to be broken because DeAndre Ayton's going to go up against Chet Holmgren and Isaiah Hartenstein. Jay Will is going to just dominate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's going to be crazy. So what do you
I
guys think
mean,
about Ayton?
Yeah, I mean, realistically, if Ayton is smart and has a brain, he takes that player option. Because if he knows he's the only center on the Lakers right now besides Jackson Hayes, and it's Jackson Hayes.
And Jackson Hayes is getting 6 minutes or 20 minutes a game.
So if he's smart, he opts into that deal. and hopefully plays his butt off second year and tries to get back out there free agency wise. But the Lakers could also decide to move on from him in the offseason and sign a center or trade
Right.
for one.
Well, they'll definitely trade for
End of the
one because
day.
you want to build a lob threat with Luca.
Yeah.
So
But yeah, Ayton, same thing. The Ben Simmons treatment, probably soon, not hopefully soon, because we don't hope this happens, but probably it's just because of who he is as a player. And again, it's a knock on just how he carries himself as a player. As a person, it's a whole different story because we don't know DeAndre Ayton, the person. We know DeAndre Ayton, the player.
right,
So
I think I know who he is as a person,
know,
and I don't like it that much.
he's soft.
yeah, he is.
He's soft. He's got no drive and dedication anymore.
Yeah.
I think he's well spent it.
Again, you can't fix it because you can't fix the person. The person got to do it themselves.
Exactly.
And
that's totally fair.
You know, if he's with LeBron and if LeBron can't do that, I can't help you there.
No
exactly
one can.
that.
You know.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Let's get into round 2, Antoine. Who's your second team?
yeah, I'm gonna go probably for a little quick one here because this team is kind of
Unproblematic.
I really couldn't find anything. I mean, I feel like the biggest issue with this team is we know what it is already.
Right.
We're gonna go to Detroit.
Okay.
So Detroit right now, I mean, they're up 20. They're gonna tie this game up.
Let's go.
It's a series up.
Wonderful.
I really don't have any issues with the players and their overall play on the court. I mean, they may, have some off days. The biggest issue is Cade's lung and how he's going to adjust to taking, the load with this team not having a second fiddle to him. And we saw how game 1 went for him. It was not pretty. And today they rebounded. But again, you're going on a collapsed lung. You want to make a deep run as a 1 seed. You're worried about Cade and his future health as well, because your lung is how you breathe and how you run the sport, obviously.
Yeah.
So I just worry about him and his sustainable health for their future and his own future in the league, obviously, because we're all human and things can happen. Things like that happen with him all the time. Collapsed lung like that. We don't hear that every day in sports. Right. So again, just worrying about Cade the person right now than the player.
Yeah, it's a bigger than basketball injury, and I think he is okay. I mean, he's playing well right now. 27 points, 11 rebounds, or 27 points, 11 assists, 7 turnovers though. And really, no one on this team scored over 16 points. Tobias Harris is the second highest with that.
Exactly, that's the biggest issue.
You're essentially running through.
Yeah, he has no second fiddle.
He's the offense. It's
as Anthony likes to say.
Exactly.
No fiddle. What the hell is that? A fiddle.
Second fiddle?
Fiddle,
it's like a
figure of
violin.
speech.
Have you heard Fiddler on the Roof? It's like a violin.
Yeah.
But second fiddle is like, like Brown is the second fiddle to Tatum.
Okay.
And VJ is the second fiddle
So
to
like
Tyrese Maxey.
backup singers in like a boy band. You got like backup singers.
Yeah,
It's basically just the backup, the Robin.
he's the
second
Robin.
option.
He's the Robin. Yeah.
So it's fair. Yeah, I think with Cade, it is what it is with him. You're essentially just got to roll with the punches. Just kind of like with the Spurs. Wemby's got a concussion. If he comes back, just roll through it. There's nothing you could do now. It's the playoffs. It's too late to go back.
Yeah.
So I'm fine. How do you feel anything about that, Gio? Or
I mean, I probably would have went a different route with this one.
I don't know.
But I get it though. I get it. I mean, he just came back from an injury and he's like the main guy. I understand it completely.
it's hard to really go with anyone else because everyone else just
Everyone else
equally
is
stinks
fine.
right now
I mean,
offensively.
I would probably go with like.
You think Jalen Duren?
I would say Jalen Duren because if you're gonna show up like and give you 6 points in a playoff game, and you do that every single time, you're not going anywhere. So you need your second option now, who is Jalen Duren.
But Jalen Duren's not a second option.
But he is though.
On the team,
On
he
this
is,
team,
but not.
is.
I know
any other
naturally
he's not a scorer like that,
but
so it's
you
fair.
need him to step up.
Yeah,
And that's what I would be worried about.
I get it.
fair enough.
My
right, Gio.
next team.
Yep, who you got?
Let's go to Portland.
Ooh, okay.
We just saw their beautiful jerseys in the previous segment, but now we're going to be talking about Jeremy Grant.
Yeah.
Okay, so Jeremy Grant, he has the potential to be an X factor on this team if this team wants to go far. But so far, he's dropped 10 points, 1 rebound, and 2 turnovers in the past 2 games.
Dang.
Did you hear that? 10 points, 1 rebound.
That's
He's
egregious.
He's an athletic 6'9", 6'8" guy, and he has 1 rebound. Okay.
Yeah.
2 turnovers in the past 2 games, a total of minus 23 when he's on the court in the past 2 games.
Yeah.
So he's been terrible despite the Blazers being really good, surprisingly really good, especially in game 2.
Yeah.
So I'm worried. Like if they're gonna need him to step up if they want to win this series specifically, and he needs to show out.
I'll echo off of you. Jeremy Grant has been in trade talks with the Blazers probably for like the past 3 years at the
Ever since he
deadline.
got there, really.
And they've never pulled the trigger on it. No idea why. Maybe because no one wants to take on his contract, which is understandable. And plus, the age is not a factor. Is a factor because he's 32.
Yeah.
This is probably the last season he'll be in a Trailblazer uniform. I think he's gonna get traded, or they're gonna move on from the offseason, clear up
they
some
should.
money,
Yeah.
bring in guys that are younger for this team. Obviously, Scoot's gone to rise up, and the whole team is young. Drew Holiday's probably the oldest player there, along with Robert Will.
He's playing well.
But Robert Will's doing good.
He
Give
is.
him minutes. Drew Holiday, of course, we know is giving his all regardless. Dame's coming back.
Yep.
Get a clear roster spot.
Forgot about Dame.
Yeah.
So
Everyone be forgetting about Dame.
there's no need for Jeremy Grant on this team.
No need.
at all. So
No
you
need.
can clear that space up, bring in some guys that are going to help that core next year.
Right, because you got
And move
Kamara.
on. Yeah, and move on.
He'll fill in.
Grant may get a league minimum somewhere, and he'll probably be just what they need for him.
Yeah.
And that's probably just scoring.
The thing
Added
is,
scoring.
if
That's
he
it.
continues to play bad, they're not going to get as much out of him as they could have
course.
before because he was actually
Yeah.
a solid player.
He was good at the start of the season,
Yeah,
and then it just kind of fell off a cliff
yeah,
for
he
him.
fizzled.
That's just how Jeremy Grant plays.
Yeah,
And
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of Jeremy Grant over my time. Don't ask me why, but it's just how the player, how he is.
okay.
Fair enough.
So
Yeah,
that's my guy right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm in agreement with you. He's the odd man out on this roster, and I think they're going to move off of him in the offseason. Fair enough. Ready for my second team?
Yeah.
All right, let's get a quick one out of the way. Let's go to the OKC Thunder.
None.
They really don't have a player that I'm worried about. They played, I mean, even Shea played bad in game one, but I'm still not worried because he's Shea and he'll probably be fine. The one thing, if I had to pick something, is that it is the health of Jalen Williams.
Yeah,
I think it's really the only thing. He just hasn't really played much this season, like at all.
these are my big Jalen.
No, I'm talking about J-Dub.
J-Dub.
J-Dub. Yeah, dude, he played 33 games this season.
Okay, yeah.
You know, he obviously played injured in the playoffs last year. That carried into this year, even
Yeah.
having the surgery. He had a bunch of hamstring issues. And,
Mm.
and, you know, there's been certain games where he hasn't looked the greatest. And I would say if I were to pick anyone on this roster that I'm concerned about the most, it's him, and the bar is still really low to begin with anyways. I'm not concerned about this roster, but, you know, if at any point the Thunder fail, whether it's this year, next year, the year after, I do think he's probably the first one to go as far as like getting traded. So I would say out of the big three that OKC have between him, Chet, and Shea, I think he's definitely the on the chopping block the most. Because you know they're going to go off Hartenstein in the offseason, get cheaper. They'll have Sorber coming in. They could probably draft someone with a top 10 pick, and they'll be okay. But how do we feel about J-Dub?
I agree with that.
Yeah, I agree because we saw at the beginning of the season how bad it was, and we completely underestimated it a little bit. And coming back, he was a little shaky, but now it's kind of settled in. But I still get that from Tyler's point because it is a problem in the playoffs because, you know, a lot more intensity.
What is his
For him.
2K rating?
I mean,
Just
like,
curious because I always thought that Jalen or J-Dub was a little overrated.
he had an 89 at the start of
That's
the year, I think.
overrated, bro.
He's 90 right now.
He's a 90?
Yeah.
So how the hell did he increase one overall?
Well, because he's back now and he's been playing.
Yeah, but he's
remember,
not. He hasn't been
I
good.
mean, dude, he dropped in a
I
tie.
get it, he dropped 40.
He dropped 40 in the
Big deal.
finals in a 2-2 game in a 2-2 series.
Big
He
deal.
was big for the Thunder. He was getting finals MVP votes. So like it's just what it is. So
No way he should be a 90.
fair. I agree with you,
No way.
but you know it
get
is
that.
what it is.
Yeah.
All right, round number 3. Antoine, who's your next team?
We're going to go to Philly.
Oh, it's your
And-
favorite team.
It is
The
mine.
thing about this is that I'm going the very much anticipated route, and that's Joel Embiid.
Rightfully so, yeah.
What a season he had. He averaged 27, 6, probably the best we've seen him since the MVP season.
I was giving him credit.
And
You were.
he looked
Rare.
really good. I mean, he was playing every other game, obviously. He's out right now. He's not played the first 2 games. He did have appendicitis and had emergency surgery a few weeks ago.
Appendicitis?
Yeah.
I didn't hear about that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he
I
had
literally told you he had an
emergency
appendectomy last
surgery,
week. Oh, I
and
forgot.
Yeah.
they of course removed his appendix. Usually that's a
not good.
little quick recovery. Sometimes,
It depends on the method of
yeah.
surgery you get. If you get it like
My,
laparoscopically, you'll be good in like
yeah.
a week.
My sister had it, and it was laparoscopically. She
Yeah.
she recovered pretty quickly.
The amount
She
of-
was when she was in high school.
The amount of gas and the gas problems.
Yeah, it was
you have is
about
crazy.
hers was about to burst, and I'm sure the same thing happened with Embiid.
Embiid, yeah.
And knowing his injury history, we know the timelines for him are very skewed. So hopefully we see him sooner than later for this team because Philly's got back into it now. But something similar like to Wemby, just very unfortunate stuff going on
Yeah.
with the physical
Injuries.
body of the player.
Yeah.
So
But
that's all.
despite
can
that,
add.
they still beat the Celtics in game 2.
Well, I mean,
That's
listen,
big time,
I mean,
man.
is it look, it's the Celtics though. Like the
It
Celtics
is.
always drop games when they're not supposed to.
Yeah, but
Every year
still,
like we remember how easy of a run they had in 2024. They barely lost a game and the Hawks still took them to 6 games in the first round without DeJounte Murray in game 5. So the Celtics are a team that always just falls back into old habits, and it pisses me off so much because they just create more tired for themselves.
Mhm.
They just have to play another game, and it's always the same situation. But for me, Embiid's quickly approaching Derrick Rose for being the biggest what if in NBA
wow.
history. He is like rapidly approaching that
Mhm.
because he's just never healthy, he's just never playing.
Yeah.
And bro's like scared of the second round. It's like it's crazy.
Isn't he? He's gonna play this series though. I'm pretty sure. He'll
I
be
mean,
back.
he could. It just depends on what.
How he's
If Boston
feeling.
knocks them out in 5 games, then he probably won't.
Hmm.
But if this gets down to like a game 6, game 7 situation, then we could see him back. So, Gio,
Yeah.
let's get into your third team, brother. Who do you got?
Yes. So my third team is going to be the Rockets.
Oh, God. should
I
be
could
good.
pick the whole team here,
Yeah.
right? I'm worried about everyone, including Kevin Durant.
There's really one player who you should pick, and I'm curious to see if you pick him or
Okay.
not.
Well, I picked Şengün.
Okay, that was the right decision.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Şengün, he was supposed to have like a breakout season this year. Everyone was kind of expecting that.
Yeah.
It didn't really happen, and he actually kind of got worse as the season went on. And so now we're in the playoffs, and he's even worse. And it's like, what the heck? You know, like, what's up with this?
Right.
It's kind of scary. It's like, if you guys, like, if the Rockets get swept by the Lakers with no Luka,
and Austin Reeves.
no Austin Reeves,
If you get swept by a team with a 98-year-old running the show, they got Luke Kennard averaging 25 a game in this series.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
yeah, I don't know if they'll ever recover from that. Like, it's really bad. And Kevin Durant was right when he said that no one can shoot on this team, because we saw that without KD, they literally can't shoot. They can't shoot. Even with KD,
Yeah, I was
it
about
was
to
like
say.
it's really bad. And Şengün, like, I was expecting, like, you know, baby Jokic, people were calling him baby Jokic, this and that. But like Şengün, like, it's not that. It's not baby Jokic anymore, bro. It's not. So
Nah.
So I mean, Tyler's dad just came and gave thumbs up. The Mets did win and snapped their 12-game losing streak.
did they?
So
We
the
did
curse
it.
has ended.
We did it before the Rockets were good. But as for the Rockets, may I just say,
Yeah.
Kevin Wayne Durant, I apologize profusely. You were right about everything. Şengün, I saw a tweet. He runs like he's got a full diaper.
That's so true.
Like
That is so true.
We think that Jokic plays in flip flops. No, Şengün looks like he plays in flip flops.
And we were so happy in that first game. We were like, oh my, he dunked over Draymond.
I remember that.
That was last year.
No. The first game this year when we saw
That was this year.
No, this
Who
year.
was it
No,
he
'cause they
dunked
played the
over?
Thunders first. No, last year in the
Oh,
playoffs,
was
he
over
dunked over
Chet.
Draymond.
You're right.
Yeah, but let me
did-
tell you.
yeah.
Let me tell you his salary over the next few years. Making 33.9 this year, 35.6 next year, 37 in 2028,
Wow.
39 in 2029, and then a player option for 39 in 2030. And he's regressing before our very eyes. He'll have some good flashy passes here and there. He'll have some good dunks, but you're not getting anything. And just like the Rockets' offense is so stagnant, this is why I hate ISO ball so much. When KD's getting double teamed, no one moves to get open. Like when someone's doubled, you got to pass the ball.
I'm almost questioning Udoka.
I think he's going to get fired. If they get swept, he should be out the door immediately.
This is really bad because I like Udoka, but this season has been terrible for him.
And this is the problem too with Kevin Durant teams. You get traded to a team, and the team is just full of redundant pieces. And guess what's going to happen now? They're going to get swept, or they're going to lose in 5 games, and they're going to wind up shipping out Şengün, Jabari Smith, someone else, and a bunch of draft picks for someone like Giannis, who is an incredible player, don't get me wrong, but he also can't shoot. It's like you need someone that can shoot the 3 at an efficient rate. And Fred VanVleet and Reed Shepherd can't be the only players that do that. So it's the same. We saw the same thing in Phoenix when they traded for Bradley Beal. We saw the same thing in Brooklyn when they traded for James Harden. And it just doesn't, it's not a recipe that works anymore in the NBA.
Yeah.
It worked for a few months with the Nets, but that's because the league wasn't as talented as it is now. Remember, the East was the better conference back then. The top 3 seeds had a better record than the entire Western Conference. So for me, Şengün has regressed significantly. I think we need to take him out of Jokic conversations and start putting him in Sabonis conversations.
I think so.
Because that is the level he is at. He is closer to him than he is to him.
I agree.
Yeah, I think to echo off that whole front court's going to get revamped this offseason. I think when we did the trade episode that Şengün and Smith are out.
Yeah.
I think offseason they're out. Amen Thompson has regressed a little too.
I don't think he regressed.
It's just there's no.
He hasn't progressed.
Yeah.
And we were expecting the progression.
Yeah.
And
Reed has been the progressor because from last year, this year is like a big jump, obviously.
This team's the Magic. They're all defense and 0 offense.
Yeah,
They
and
have
then the bench, I mean, Steven Adams is hurt. DFS has been non-existent since signing his contract.
He also missed half the season.
All is falling apart, and they could be out for some big changes for sure.
For sure. So,
go ahead, Ty.
You know, it is what it is. All right, my next team, we have Gio's favorite team of all time, the Cleveland Cavaliers.
The frauds.
Like I mentioned earlier in the show too, Gio's not in a good hate watch mood right now. Evan Mobley looks fantastic right now, so I really couldn't choose him.
Yeah.
And to be honest with you, I was really stuck because I couldn't really pick someone. So I reached out to one of my friends that is a Cavs fan. Her name is Sarah. Shout out her. She gave me 2 answers. So can I just read? Can I just read you what she said for both players?
Yeah.
If I may.
Go ahead.
So the first player she said was Sam Merrill. So she said that Merrill hasn't been shooting the ball well as of late, and we really need him to start knocking down his threes. Remember, this is a 3-point specialist. He's known for shooting the ball.
I'm not worried about that. You got Max Strus. You got plenty of 3-point
Well, that's what she said.
Strus has been hurt all year.
But he played good in game 1. But she said, thankfully, Strus has made up for some of his lack of shooting. But if those two can get it going at the same time, then our bench will be lethal for the rest of the postseason. So I understand that in the Pacers series, he couldn't hit a shot to save his life. And again, the first round, you can get by with the bullshit and the antics and whatever. And then the other player she gave, which I think I prefer this answer more, and that's Jalen Tyson.
Okay.
It's his first career playoffs. It's a normal thing. Like we saw Con Kneppel literally just like there was shit running down his leg in the playing game. Yeah. So she said Tyson hasn't been the same player we saw the first half of the season, and he's definitely in his head. He's scrappy and not afraid to get in guys' faces, but it's not translating to his play, and he's making a lot of careless mistakes and costly turnovers. And he can get too emotional on the floor. All of that basically resulted in less playing time, which is disappointing because we need his toughness. Yeah. You know, the mental side of the game is very important. You miss a shot or you get a no call, you get frustrated, you foul someone on the other end. Yeah. And that foul could lead to being in the bonus later down the game, stuff like that. So for me, it's fair. He hasn't been up to par ever since that big game he had against the 76ers back in February. And, you know, there's no one else to really go for. Jared Allen's the boring answer. Mitchell's been fantastic this season. Mobley's finally not starting to plateau. And James Harden looks good right now. And the bench, I mean, Schroeder looks good. Ellis looks good. Yeah. Like, there's no issues I have outside of these 2 players.
I would have said James Harden personally if I was the Cavs. I don't. Oh, come on. If the Raptors push this to 5, 6, 7 games, James Harden, are you going to show up or not?
The Raptors will be very fortunate to even push this to 5.
You're right. I know you're right.
Yeah.
And plus, Harden's also a boring answer.
Yeah, I guess.
I think those 2 are very valid. I mean, Merrill got re-signed to a pretty like team friendly, but like making a lot of money deal, $11 million a year for 4 years, and not showing up off the bench is bad for him. Tyson, I mean, he kind of fell off a little bit, but I don't think something to worry about because he's so young and he's going to come back. Loved what he did in the first half of the season. Yeah, I think they're both cause for worry. I think Merrill probably because of just the money he's making. He's kind of playing that DeAndre Hunter role before he got traded.
He's making a lot less though than Hunter was making.
Yeah, he was.
Hunter was making like 15 plus. I think he's only making like 8.
I think that's those are 2 good ones. I think I would have went Diverty probably myself.
Yeah, I probably would have said the whole team because the Cavs are frauds.
Oh my god,
they're frauds. You're going to see in the second round. The Raptors are just formidable.
I think the worst case scenario for Gio is for a Cavs Wolves final.
It's not going to
because either the Cavs or Rudy's getting a ring, which is going to be amazing.
It's not going to happen.
I
would root for Rudy in that situation.
The Wolves actually have a very legit chance to make it to the finals and win. Just saying.
I mean, the only thing is, not to get off topic, Anthony Edwards' knee, he grimaced a little bit. He like twisted a little bit. And
but that was in the first quarter, and he wound up having 30 points in that game.
Still, something to look out for.
Yeah. So that's fair. So shout out to Sarah. I'll link her show down in the description. She does a lot of stuff like around the Guardians and the Cavs. Yeah. So go check it out. Antoine, round number 4. Who is your third to last team? Because I forgot he has 6.
Speaking of Anthony Edwards,
Oh, did I just create an amazing segue?
we're
Nice.
gonna go to Minnesota.
I don't have good segues very often. This is rare for me.
But
I don't know if Ant's really the problem. I'm
I
curious
am
who you've
I
gone
am gonna go for
Who are you worried about?
I feel like he writes down multiple players and then he picks on the spot.
Yeah, he does.
I mean, who are you worried about, Gio? While Antoine
did
thinks
you
of it?
read my mind?
On the Wolves, I would say I'm worried about Rudy Gobert.
I don't think I'm worried about Rudy
Because
at
here's
all.
the thing, though. Because Rudy's
It's-
known to
it's-
play good in the first
listen,
couple
this
games.
This is my player, Gio.
All right, fair enough.
Yeah,
Go
I
ahead.
think he's worried about Julius Randle
Mm.
more than anything.
Let's see.
Because
I
there's
mean,
really,
I'm tossing it up, and
you could mention both.
tossing up on just the impact of the player, and because where we thought they would be mid-season.
Yeah.
If we're going the bench route, I mean, we thought Terrence Shannon would have a big role with Rob, but
Yeah.
Bones and Io kind of scraped them under the rug.
Yeah.
I am gonna go to Julius Randle.
Okay.
I know he played pretty good in game 2, 24 points, but I've seen this story before with my team. And, you know, it's unfortunate they got Denver in the first round. They're probably going to go out fighting really hard. If they do advance, they'll get my pat on the back for sure. Because I have Denver going all the way to the conference finals.
Yeah.
So that's my bracket toast. But Randall gets burnt out. Randall gets frustrated. Randall does shoot out of the games, as Tyler has alluded to with the Knicks in the past. I understand it's a different team, but as someone that's seen it before, as a Knicks fan, there's cause for worry for him in the playoffs, regardless. So
Yeah.
that's my pick.
Okay.
I mean, it's kind of the safer route, to be honest.
I think that is the correct
I don't think
choice.
so.
though.
I genuinely believe. I'm sorry, Anthony, to cut you off.
No, I
I
was
genuinely
okay.
believe it's Rudy Gobert. Here's why. His role is so important to the Wolves, and what he does for the Wolves is so much.
But he does his
And
role
he does,
perfectly
and
fine.
he does it at a high level in the regular season. Now, when he gets to the playoffs, he shows out in the first couple games, maybe in the first series. But by the time he's like well into the playoffs, he's cooked, and we always see that. This is what's going to happen. I'm worried about Rudy Gobert not showing up in games 4, 5, and 6 for the Timberwolves. That's why.
Are you talking
Look,
about
if he,
first round or second round?
I'm talking
They
first
make it-
round.
The
I-
reason
I
the
don't
reason
thi-
why
I don't think
the reason why I disagree with you on that is because it would have been a totally different story had he played bad in game 1.
He played great.
He played great in both games, and
Yeah.
the Wolves won and lost.
Yeah.
So I don't think he was necessarily the problem.
Well,
in
he's
anything.
Even Anthony Edwards said himself, he's the reason why they won that game.
He's the reason why they won. The problem is
He's a
Julius
huge role. He's guarding Jokic.
Julius
You know what I'm
Randle only scored 16 points in game 1,
Mhm.
and Julius Randle has like if we're talking about shooting out of games, Julius Randle's like top 5 all time. Like he's that level of like unmagnet ball, I guess is the
Yeah.
polar opposite of
Exactly.
what we're trying to get at here.
saying? Okay.
And we saw in the Thunder series, he would have a good game, an awful game, a good game, a terrible game, and it was just kind of like Anthony Davis, where he'd play alternate days.
Inconsistent.
Exactly.
Okay.
So when it comes to that, and look, you have a really good opportunity here at this current moment in time. If you can win this series, and the unknown chance that the Blazers might beat the Spurs without Victor Wembanyama, you could have a free ticket to the conference finals. And if I'll tell you what, if Randall doesn't wake up, we could see an all-time Cinderella run out of Portland.
Imagine.
It's very possible. I did tell you this would be the most likely first-round upset. So
you did say that.
yeah.
You know what? Credit to you for saying that.
I didn't
Seriously.
expect Wemby to go down, but
Exactly.
I thought the Blazers were good enough anyways to maybe at least make this a series. That's why I said Spurs in 6.
Yeah.
But if Randall's not locked in, it's a big problem because we know Ant's going to do his thing.
Yeah.
Jaden McDaniels can only do so much offensively, and Julius Randle's supposed to be that second option. So that's
Yeah.
that's what I'm really looking for here. Rudy is starting to prove everyone wrong of the player he actually is, and I do
He does this all the time in the playoffs, the first couple games.
not
all
really.
the time.
No, Gio, I mean, I'm not a Timberwolves fan, and I'm sure Timberwolves fans would disagree with you. I don't think Rudy's a problem at all. I think you're.
I never said he's a problem.
I think you're expecting.
I'm just worried about him.
I get it, but I don't think Timberwolves fans are worried.
Do you realize what Jokic averages against this guy?
Okay, but he's not playing. Well, he's playing Jokic, but never
Right, but
mind.
This is the best he's played against Jokic.
It's
Yeah.
the best he's ever played, but guess what? the averages are always going to average, my
Okay,
boy.
so we could
Jokic is gonna do
we
his
can
thing.
we
in
can
game
revisit
three.
this.
I promise you
We
that.
can revisit this when the series is over.
Yeah, we'll
Okay.
have to. That's
we'll
the
see.
one thing. So I think it's fair to worry about him, but he's not the problem.
Yeah, we can revisit it when the
of
series
course
is
not the
over.
problem.
I don't
Yeah.
think it's the problem. Go ahead,
But
G. What do you got?
I will say he is one of the greatest defenders ever.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
dude.
So there you go.
You just all right.
It's the truth.
Don't-
It's literally
alright.
the truth.
All right. Anyways, next team is the Raptors. So we're gonna go
Everybody.
to Fetty with this one.
Yes.
Everybody.
Huh?
Everybody.
Yeah, I mean,
Dude,
besides Scotty Barnes and
Dude,
Colin Murray, Boyles, everybody else is like, come on,
Dude,
lock in.
Brandon Ingram stinks right now.
I would say Ingram or Quickly.
It's got to be Ingram.
Well, Quickly's not playing.
Yeah.
Well, that's a story in itself.
I guess so.
But
So I had written down Ingram.
yeah,
Okay.
I texted Fetty, and this is what he said.
Okay.
He said, so far, Ingram, he took 9 shots his first game, and second game shot 3 for 15 for 7 points.
Yeah.
I think it was, he has a typo here. I think it was, that's not going to cut it. Okay.
Oh, there you go.
He said, Scotty Barnes and CMB are the only players performing right now. But I believe Ingram will pick it up in game 3. And so this is who he's going for right now.
Yeah.
He says, I'm very concerned with Jakob Pertl.
Yeah.
Oh, he should be the unequivocal choice.
This is
Yeah.
the one.
Yeah.
Forgot about him.
Yes. He said he looks super lost and he's hurting us offensively and defensively. He also can't catch a ball.
wow.
He said,
Yeah.
because he's obviously Fetty's watching every single detail of the game, right? So he's seeing this. He said, and he's getting outplayed by a 6'8" rookie,
Yeah.
Colin Murray Boyles.
Yeah.
And so that's your pick right there. Jakob Pertl, what's going on? I'm pretty sure he had a back injury,
Totally
right?
forgot
Yeah,
about
but
Ever
back-
since then,
back injury or not, this extension, he is owed at least $27 million over the next 3
that.
seasons.
Insane.
And this extension has been an absolute nightmare for Toronto.
yeah.
And this could be a good chance for them to get off that contract in the offseason. A tanking team can take that on in February even, and you can get back someone that's looking to go. The Raptors
Yeah.
are still top 5 in the East. That could be an option. Draymond, you can rest now. Your successor is here. I see so much
Yeah.
of Draymond Green and Colin Murray Boyles, minus the ability of being a school threat. That is the only reason. Draymond is a certified menace to society. Colin Murray Boyles is anything but that. He's just a damn good player.
Yeah.
He's good. He's honestly one of the strongest guys I've seen at his size. He's 6'8", but he's a tank.
He
Yeah.
really is.
He's a tank.
Yeah. And we know how much Fetty was hating that pick in the draft night.
He
but
wasn't
now
hating it. He was
he's-
just not loving. He
he's
didn't
yeah,
like it.
I think he's gonna be great, and he
Yeah.
does play center, which is so odd. But he's more of a stretch
forward.
four.
I mean, Draymond played
So-
center for the Warriors, so it's
Yeah.
the same thing.
But Pirtle, yeah, talk about a fall from grace.
Yeah.
Whatever's going on with him, hopefully it gets figured out because we know we had weird Pirtle conversations last season about him being one of the best centers in the East.
That's insane.
That
That is
and you
very
could go
true.
back to the podcast.
Yeah.
And whatever's going on, hopefully it gets sorted out because it seems like it's a lot serious than we think it is.
Yeah. All right, ready for my next player?
Get into it.
All right, we're going to the Valley. We're heading to the Phoenix Suns.
Oh, it's an interesting one.
And we're going to talk about a man that is known for just never getting it done when they need him to, and that is Devin Booker.
Yeah. Not wrong.
I was, I went into this thinking I would go Jalen Green, but the Blazers game really was the kicker for me here with Booker. That was the first ever. The game against the Warriors was the first ever elimination game that man has won in his career. Isn't that crazy? His first one was Game 6 of the 2021 NBA Finals. He played like garbage, and they lost the game and the finals. The next one, Game 7 against the Dallas Mavericks in 2022. And we all know what happened there. Luka went off, Dinwiddie had 30 at halftime, and the Mavs were up by 30 with the whole beam of Luka looking at him smiling. And then the other one was the NBA Cup last year, and even this year too, I think, in their first round games. He just doesn't play good. Anytime when the Suns are about to go home, he just is one step ahead of them. And we see him just pass up these clutch moments. Jalen Green, of all people, outplayed him in every single one of those
Played
games.
very well.
And I think we're starting to see like a plateau of Devin Booker.
Wow.
As good of a season as he's been having, think about it. How many years has he been like a top 20 player for?
Yeah.
He's never gotten up
Wow.
from there. And I think if the Suns are truly considering or serious about contending, I don't know if Booker's the number one option.
Oh,
Whoa.
I get that. And you know what's crazy?
I-
I have a
that's tough.
solution for Booker. And this goes back to like when Booker was in trade talks.
What year?
I think this was like 2-3 years ago, I think.
Okay.
It was when Kevin Durant was kind of
yeah.
on the market, but
Okay.
the Suns were never going to trade him.
Devin Booker wants to be a Knick.
Does he?
Yes.
You just saying that,
No.
you Knicks fan.
No.
Okay.
Stephen A. Smith has his sources.
Oh, Stephen A's a Knicks fan.
But
He's a Knicks fan.
Stephen A. had his sources, and the
they're all
video
Knicks
went
fans.
viral. I mean, yeah, but Stephen A. knows people on the inside that we don't know.
Fair.
And is close with Leon Rose and World Wide West, who run the Knicks.
Okay.
If that dream is still there for Devin Booker, I think it's a possibility if he wants to leave. But
Do you want that?
let's say no.
I wouldn't
Okay.
want him on the Knicks. If I were
I
you.
don't think it takes away from everything we do. So
He needs to go to Detroit.
yeah, I think that's kind of perfect
That's
second
a
fiddle
really
to
good
Cade.
spot. Yeah.
I don't know. He's kind of like I think he has plateaued because I feel like he's a forgetting superstar. I don't think we talk about him as much as we should.
Is he? Wait. So was he ever a superstar? I know this is a little off topic.
I
but
would-
was he ever a
yeah.
superstar? And
Yeah,
is
I
he
think
still
so.
a superstar?
He is.
Is he still a superstar?
Yeah, but he's
Absolutely not.
I don't
no,
think
he
he
is.
No.
He's a forgotten one.
I
No,
think he
he's
was
not a-
in 2022.
He had 1 year of being a
2023.
superstar, and then he choked the finals, and then choked the year after, and
Okay,
that was the
fair.
end of
That
that.
was it. Yeah.
Yeah.
He might have fallen down to just a star. We
He's a
know
star.
who he is. He dropped 70. We know that obviously. I get it. I don't think there's any other plays ever chosen. I think Tyler had nailed it
Yeah,
on the
that's,
head.
that's
Yeah.
solid. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't have anything else.
All right, let's get into the penultimate round for you. This is the last round for me and
that's
Gio.
right.
This is such a
Who's your
cake-
second to last
this-
team,
this
Antoine?
This is an easy cakewalk.
Who is it?
It's the Hawks, and there's only one person on this team that is a worry, and that is your former number 1 overall pick, drafted
Oh,
by New York's only Landry Fields, Zachary Rishache.
Oh.
Yeah.
Talk about somebody that is probably going to be out of this team in the offseason. He's not played any minutes in the playoffs. Kuminga has overtaken him in that second spot
sure.
as a small forward, backup small forward.
As he should.
Barely averaged 10 points this year. He's
really
out of the
bad.
rotation. The depth chart lists him in the third team, if there even is a third team in
Wow.
basketball. We know there's a first and a second, obviously. So, yeah, talk about somebody that has not panned out at all. And you have guys on the team that are miles better than what he does in Kuminga, and as well as
All those guys.
who's the starting small forward besides
Shea
Kuminga?
Johnson, no.
Right
He's
now
a power
they're
forward.
Who is it?
they're
Who is
playing McCollum,
McCollum, Naw.
Naw, Jalen Johnson,
Johnson,
Okongwu.
Who
Why
are
am
we
I forgetting who the fifth
Holy-
guy is?
I got it.
Is a white guy shooter?
Dyson.
Oh, Dyson Daniel. Oh my
Yeah,
God.
Dyson.
Keep
Yeah, I
forgetting
mean,
about Dyson.
you have Kuminga and Kispert out playing him in the same position. I mean, Kispert doesn't do much, but
Kispert's not. He don't look bad though.
he's a shooter.
It's not
Straight
even
up
out
shooter.
playing. Like even in the Rising Stars game, he went in there and missed everything.
Yeah, Rishache.
Like-
It's reminding me a la like Ben Simmons. Like something's wrong up here.
No, it's not that. I think the
I
thing
think
with
something's wrong mentally.
the thing with Rishache, he was never meant to be the number 1 pick.
No, never.
It was supposed to be Alex Sarr.
yeah.
And I actually do genuinely believe Washington was a much better situation for Rishache. You get drafted to a team that's not trying to tank. They're trying to contend. When you're trying to contend and compete, you can't focus on development. And Zachary Rishache was known as this athletic, bouncy freak of nature in France. That's just not the same in the United States.
we
You've
don't
got
see
guys
it
like Shaedon Sharp in the NBA. He's like Jokic compared to him as far as like stature and build goes, where you're not going to jump a million feet in the air. And remember, earlier in the season, he started to put the pieces together
Yeah.
and then had a very scary fall, and he hasn't been the same since that fall. It's a
okay.
mental thing. It's a physical thing.
Yeah,
I
it's
feel
all-
bad for the guy. He doesn't deserve this.
Yeah, I mean,
And it's
he's
super
only-
unfortunate.
He's only 21. I mean, we talk about Jonathan Isaac
He's
being
young.
28, being
Yeah.
young.
He has
True.
time.
Rishache has 7 years on him, and unfortunately, Zachary is what cost Landry Fields his job.
No, it's definitely not that.
Oh wait, when did Landry get fired? After, I mean, it was part of
Well,
it.
because the Hawks weren't, they
part of it.
couldn't make it out of the play, and they got lucky with that pick. Remember, they were in the play in the
Yeah.
year prior.
That's true, but I mean, it was part. I mean, part of the problem, not the whole
Yeah.
issue. But yeah,
However,
that's an easy one.
he's 21.
21.
Scoot's 22. There's still
Yeah.
time. There's still time
A
to save it.
Very, very true.
There's
Yeah.
still time to save it.
Yeah.
So
I love Scoot so much, bro.
I'm so happy I never
I
sold my
love
Scoot
Scoot.
stock.
I sold it.
Yeah.
Remember we were doing this
Yep.
the selling? I
So
sold that away.
You should sell your Rishache stock. Maybe he'll be good next year.
That's fair because the opposite happens whenever you
I'm gonna stand on
did,
business
Did you
now.
watch
Yeah.
Scoot last night?
Yeah, he went off. He had 30
fried
goals.
the Spurs, bro.
Oh
They
no,
had
he
no
didn't.
answer.
You saw his handles. I hope you did
looked- he
because
looked
he
good.
looked like
He looked good. He looks very confident. I'll
He
tell you
got
that.
whatever he wanted, and
Yeah,
it
yeah.
was beautiful.
And he was hitting shots. Everything. Yeah.
and
Yeah.
he has the same name as you.
I'm telling you, man. If
Scoot.
If Portland gets through and Denver gets through, that Denver defense is not stopping Scoot Anderson. I'm just
I
going
mean,
to let
listen,
y'all know right now.
we are happy for them, but we're not happy for Tom Dundon.
Oh yeah, exactly.
So,
So fair.
okay.
All right,
G,
next team.
what's your final team? This is your last one.
Last team I got here is the Denver Nuggets.
Ooh, okay.
Interesting one. I don't really
Interesting
know
one,
who I
right?
would go with.
I don't know either.
I think Christian Brown.
No, I do.
Interesting. I don't think so.
I actually think
You probably know because I mentioned him.
Zeke
actually-
Naji.
I was thinking maybe you'd go Jokic.
Huh.
No, I don't think.
Why would I
Jokic.
go Jokic?
Dude, he's been awful defensively this whole series so far.
I think the whole team has been,
And
honestly.
he also hasn't been hitting his shots. He passed up an open floater. But
Yeah.
who have you gone for? Just tell us.
I mean, look, it's Aaron Gordon.
Oh, fair. Yeah.
It's Aaron Gordon,
the
but the
injury
reason
issue.
is his hamstring, multiple hamstring injuries throughout the season.
Yeah, understandable.
Guys are throwing bodies at each other in the playoffs. You know how it is, right? We
Mhm.
saw Donovan Clingan launch his shoulder into, I know it's a completely different team, but he launched his shoulder into Wembanyama. I'm like, yeah, the playoff basketball is completely different than regular season.
Yeah.
And so injuries happen. He's already been banged up in the regular season. And so I saw him grimacing, holding his lower back.
Mhm.
He's holding this knee. I'm like, man, this guy's banged up. I don't know if he can last. Like, if the Nuggets somehow get out of this first round, is he even going to last in the second round or third round? Or, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
I don't think so. So that's what I'm worried about. Can he stay healthy? I think not, unfortunately. And he's a
Okay.
really good player.
Him going down was the reason why Denver didn't win the championship.
Precisely.
Because I think Game 7 is a totally different story, especially considering how good he played in Game 7
Precisely.
on one leg.
Yeah.
He's just an incredible player. I just worry for his
Yeah,
health,
it-
man. He's getting
he-
beat up out there.
Yeah, because he came back and then re-injured the same thing. Like, was it 2-3 days later? 4 days later?
Well, he had two hamstring injuries, one calf strain,
Yeah.
and it's like he's
That's
he's
rough.
like the J-Dub. He's the one that's getting injured all year.
He's
It's
better than
been
J-Dub,
like,
if you ask me.
well, he's better.
Hot
than,
take.
I don't know if he's better. I don't think he's better than J-Dub, but their situations are similar.
Yeah, I mean, you need someone like that. And I mean, P-Watt already had his big injury this year. Of course, you can rely on him, but it's kind of the same issue there with both those guys.
Just imagine. I know
So-
this is off topic. Imagine
know.
Aaron Gordon on OKC instead of J-Dub. I think Aaron Gordon's better.
Mm-mm.
Anyways, we
I think
we had this conversation
He's
a
I don't
different
know.
day.
he's better impact, but he's not a better player.
I
Yeah.
think he is.
Not a chance.
All
I
right.
think he definitely
No chance
is.
at
I
all.
mean, chat, let us know. I mean,
Well, it's not streaming
let us
comments.
know.
Yeah.
Sorry, chat. Comments.
All right, ready for my last team.
I know who he has right now.
This is the Boston
I mean,
Celtics.
what really do you have?
Actually,
Vooch?
y'all have been sleeping on this. This is an absolute shock that not a lot of people have been paying attention to. And I've been keeping track of this guy for the past few weeks, almost a month now. I'm very worried. We're talking about, get this, Derek White.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah. I think that's
Derek White-
Where's he been?
Derek White is currently 31. He'll be 32 in about a couple months or so. He can't make a shot to
Yeah.
save his life. He needs to play good. Like Derek White essentially looks like a version of Paolo Banchero on the Houston Rockets. Like we're
Dyson
seeing
Daniels.
this. Dyson Daniels from 3-point range, Ben Simmons in general.
Mhm.
It's just not good. In his first two playoff games this season, he scored 10 points in game 1 on 2 of 7 from 3. And then in game 2 last night when they lost, played 38 minutes, played almost every single second sweat drop of the game, scored 8 points, 2 of 10 from 3-point range.
Yeah.
And then there's a tweet from Sleeper Hoops. I'll just read some stats off. I'm not doing extra editing and putting it on the screen, but Derek White in his last 4 games, 3 of 12 from the field, 2 of 10 from 3. 4 of 10 from the field, 2 of 7 from 3. 3 of 9 from the field, 3 of 9 from 3. 2 of 10 from the field, 0 of 6 from 3. And then in the 24-25 season, he shot 44% from the field and 38% from 3. And this season, he's shooting 39% from the field and 32% from 3-point range.
yeah, that's very non-Derek White.
We are
There's a lid on the rim for him right now.
we are seeing, and this has kind of been an all-season thing. He just hasn't been that good.
Yeah.
He's been the one player that has suffered from this quote-unquote gap year. I feel like everyone on this team has gotten better except for him. Like, we forget how good Anthony Simons played in the first few months he was there before he
Right.
got traded.
Yeah.
That kind of masked a lot of the problems because they played the same position. But with the rise of Peyton Pritchard, the only thing saving Derek White right now is his defense. That's why he's going to make an all-NBA or an all-defense team. But we're starting to see the decline of one of the best role players in the NBA.
Yeah. I mean,
I wouldn't push it that far.
I think it could be a bad stretch for him realistically. I mean, guys all have that. It's kind of at the worst time, obviously, when you need him the most. I mean, he's dropped 20 in over 14 games. He's had below 20, and I mean, he's had consecutive games of below 10 as well. And I know he was bad last game too, because I said he shot 2 of 10 from 3.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna work out for him. I mean, he's too good to be bad for so long, and I say that a lot with a lot of guys. It could be the return of Tatum taking away a lot of his, I guess, momentum of how getting his shot right.
Maybe.
It's been a pretty consistent thing this season, and he also declined last year from the year prior to that.
Yeah, I mean,
So-
he is 31. I mean, he's getting up there. We'll see. I mean, it depends on. I mean, Peyton Pritchard, of course, can always change that game. You put him in over.
That's why he comes off the
him.
bench, because you need to bring in that spark.
Yeah.
It brings you a different flavor of the game.
I mean, we'll see how the series goes on and how far the Celtics make it. I mean, we haven't gone into the finals, and
I've been
he'll-
winning it all.
He'll either play his way out of Boston or he'll be a hero, and we don't know how that works with
see.
Boston. So.
Exactly, yeah. So I hope he
So-
can put it together, because he's such a good player. But look, like the Mikal Bridges thing last year, if your shot's not falling, do something else.
Yeah.
Whether that's play make, and he can defend.
You can definitely do that.
So they're going to need that. If they get to the next round, whether that be against Brunson or Nikhil or CJ McCollum, he's definitely going to give CJ a lot more trouble than Brunson would.
Yeah, and that's a big if they get to the next round.
Exactly.
Yeah.
If.
I don't know. They're not. The Sixers are not winning that series.
You
bro.
said exactly. I got you.
Yeah.
All right, Anthony, what's your team?
This is
All
the
right,
final team, right?
So we're
Yes.
going to San Antonio. Now, there's an obvious one. I'm going to get to the obvious one after the main one.
There should only be
So-
one player for this.
No.
There's only one player.
No.
There's only one player that should be the answer.
Do
to
not
this.
tell me it's Wemby.
It's not Victor Wembanyama.
Okay, beautiful.
There's-
We are on the same track.
I'm having
Gio.
a generational cry if he doesn't pick the player
I
I'm
will
thinking of.
preface
De'Aaron
this.
Fox.
Also, I don't know if you're watching the Spurs game. I'm going to mention somebody, but once Wemby went down, Carter Bryant comes in, looked really good.
What did I say? What the hell did I say?
Very good.
I told you that's my X factor. If he gets the opportunity,
Well, yeah,
he's
I
getting his
told
opportunity.
I told you, unless a freak accident happens, then
there
he
you go.
wouldn't get minutes.
Well,
So
there you
there
go.
you
Carter
go.
looked locked.
Yeah, and he is locked.
Yeah.
And I mean, it took Wemby to get to that, unfortunately. But the problem with this team is the man they traded for last offseason.
Thank you.
And that is De'Aaron
Yeah.
Fox.
That's what I thought you were gonna say.
Now, I am not the biggest De'Aaron Fox fan, and I never was in the beginning, because what does he bring to the table? Realistically,
He brings a lot of
Um,
offense.
he didn't.
Speed.
He didn't take the last shot last night.
Pace.
It was Devin Vassell, as I said in the live stream. You want a 3-point shooter? Tyler said it's be Fox. I said Vassell. Vassell shoots a 3 a lot better than Fox. Realistically, they needed a 3 to tie the game. Obviously, you give it to him. But right now, on this team, the fit for him is not there. Realistic, because Dylan Harper's there. You got a young gun, and you got Castle taking over as well for Fox. Again, they made that trade prior to Dylan Harper coming aboard. You can't predict how the lottery works out. But right now, Fox is more of a liability to them than I
You
think.
think so?
I think so, for what they want to do. If you want to run scrappy young ball with these guys on the starting 5 that they have, all young guns, they're ready. Fox kind of is the guy that's kind of like the vet in a sense, because he's the oldest besides Harrison Barnes. And the fit on a team, it doesn't really work.
Really?
I don't think it works realistically. I think seeing it this year a lot more is showing you that Dylan Harper's doing a lot more off the bench than he is.
Is he? I didn't watch the
I
game.
think realistically.
Yeah, it's
and
it's
Carter-
unequivocally.
And Carter Bryant is too. And Carter Bryant is only a point guard, obviously. And Keldon's a shooting guard. I mean, he got 6 man of the year, but
He's playing
Fox,
small forward, but
yeah,
close
I mean,
enough.
Fox, I don't. He's going to be out, I think, soon.
Gio, let me-
And I think it's the end of what he's going to do there and go to another team, who takes him on.
Let me tell you this. First of all, the Spurs are so unbelievably lucky that they got the second pick, because De'Aaron Fox alone would have set this franchise back. But now that Dylan Harper's there, it's like the Lakers' luck getting Luka Doncic, for example. The Spurs basically got their whole team has been gifted by Adam Silver with the lottery. And De'Aaron Fox, remember, 2 years ago, won Clutch Player of the Year, was just a demon in the fourth quarter. And I told you that Drew Holiday was going to give De'Aaron Fox fits during this series. And Clutch Player of the Year in the fourth quarter yesterday in a must-win game. 4 points, 1 of 6 from the field, 27% true shooting. That is egregious. In the game against the Nuggets a few weeks ago, in the second half, 6 points, 1 assist, 3 of 12 from the field, 0 of 4 from 3-point range.
Well, you just cherry picked that game though.
But it was, again, those are it's not about a sample size when it comes to the playoffs. You're picking games that you need to win. These are like must-win games.
Right.
Your best player goes down in a 1-0 series lead at home, and you had a 14-point lead, and you choke that away because he couldn't make his shots. He was complaining about free throws and the refs last night and physicality when the Spurs. I think they either had more or the same amount of free throws. Maybe if you didn't go 1 of 6 from the field, you might have won the game. Maybe you wouldn't have had to rely on a Devin Vassell smothered 99% contested 3 from Matisse Thybulle in order to win that game. That game against the Nuggets. If you were just better in the second half, maybe you win that game because we all know the Nuggets defense ain't shit right now. That's just the fact of the matter.
The way I look at De'Aaron Fox is the way you look at Mikal Bridges taking that last shot last night.
Really?
Well, he had to. He was given a grenade.
Why
It
are
was
you
like-
giving De'Aaron Fox the ball? I mean, if you need a 3, Vassell's the easy answer. If you need a 2, I think Castle or Wemby over Fox. I think regardless.
Yeah.
Dylan Harper is not there yet, in my eyes. But
I think he's there.
He wasn't also in the
could
game,
be.
I don't think.
But this is a trend that I guess you can kind of see with former Sacramento Kings point guards. I know Hallie's kind of broken that curse.
Don't even mention
But,
Sacramento Kings point guards because Halliburton has definitely not done it.
Hallie is the exception, but Davion leaves there, finds a spot in Miami. Fox kind of finding that spot right now, but a little trouble because of how the team is built around him.
Okay.
I mean, you could kind of pick your poison there if it is a Sacramento thing, not
But
developing
it's-
point guards. But it's just kind of
It's not even that.
merry around with that.
Fox is clearly on the more stacked roster right now.
Oh yeah,
Like it's ridiculous the way that team is built. Obviously, Fox doesn't need to take the last shot, but the problem is Fox is not needed on this team.
No,
I can't even tell
what
you
it is.
the amount of hate comments we got when we talked about the extension, when I thought the Spurs were idiots for doing that, saying, "Oh, I no longer respect you for saying this." How do you feel now? Because I'll tell you what, Fox is currently the reason why you're tied 1-1. Because he did not show up to play in the point of the game when he's usually locked in, and he just hasn't been giving it to you. It's so strange. I always thought that someone like Trae Young or Darius Garland would have been the perfect fit for the Spurs. Because who thought they were going to get the second pick and get Dylan Harper? No one thought of that. So obviously now he's there. Fox, if they lose to the Blazers or if they lose to the Nuggets or Wolves, he's gone in the offseason. I'm pretty certain of that.
And realistically, that should have been the answer because when Harper comes in, you want to develop him a lot more, and that's your 1-2 of the future. I mean, Castle.
Yeah.
You already had Castle. I mean, Castle Fox is a different story. If you don't have Dylan Harper, you have one and the other. But now you bring in someone like him, someone from our backyard that is a hooper
Right.
and shows the tenacity off the bench in like 15 minutes that he gets a game. He scores 15 points. Like, come on now.
And that's also the sad part that I'll piggyback off of, because it's one thing to just play bad, but to play bad in the specific point of the game where that was the reason why they traded for him. Because you don't want Wemby
close
taking
games.
those final shots. You
Well,
like Fox. Well, Wemby
You
obviously.
do want Wemby taking that.
But if Wemby's being triple teamed, you give it to the former clutch player of the year. And if he's not showing up in the clutch, then I think it's just time to swallow that pill and move on.
Yeah.
So, do you have anything else to say about Fox, Gio?
I mean, y'all said enough, but I get it. I mean, he's obviously. I'll just repeat what you said. He's just not needed there. There's no need for him there. I mean,
Unnecessary.
Fox is not a bad player. That's not what we're saying.
No, we're not.
No,
Fox is extremely talented. I've never seen a faster player besides Russell Westbrook.
John Morant.
Yeah.
I still think Fox is faster than Ja.
It's just unfortunate that he got that end of the stick where they won the lottery, and you got to feel for him, the player.
It's
but
not even that. He's just not playing up to par.
we get that
It's
too.
like they could not have Dylan Harper, and he'd still probably be playing like this.
Yeah,
So-
I've never been on the Fox. I mean, I know Sacktown made like the beam 2 years ago. That was their year.
I got to watch the games. I only watched the highlights, so I didn't get to see all the misses of De'Aaron Fox.
Well, the
this
good
and that.
thing, even in the regular season, like that Nuggets game, they'll post the full uncut last 5 minutes.
Okay, yeah, I got to watch that stuff because I want to see what you guys are seeing. So
Yeah.
Yeah, but
I'll make sure to do that next game.
Carter Bryant.
What did I tell you?
Okay.
Come on, look. You got to listen to me more often. I said Kuminga's going to be the X factor in game 2. He was. I said Carter Bryant is going to be him. You know what I'm saying? And he was.
Yeah.
So, you got to hear me out more
You know what
often.
the crazy
I got
thing
some
is?
good takes.
As good as those guys played, I genuinely don't think anyone can top Game 1 Aaron Nesmith at the Garden.
Oh, God.
That was the
I
craziest
don't-
performance
I
of
don't
all
even know
time.
who he's talking about.
Buddy's like, he always just
So-
resorts to try and feel
I
like
don't
he
even know
doesn't
who
have
he's
his
I
talking
don't know
about.
who he's talking about. and
Aaron Nesmith saved my life, just like Aaron Wiggins saved basketball.
I don't know who he's talking about.
So-
That name is.
You forgot about that, huh?
I don't. That's name
He's a
is
fake
the
Knicks fan. He
first
can't remember his
time
opponents.
Bro, I don't remember fake series wins. Okay, like they did last year.
So
okay?
fake that they did it without
I
the
don't
injuries twice in a
remember-
row
okay,
in less games.
If my team was healthy both seasons, they would have won both of those series, and I stand by that.
What
The
inju-
first series,
what
when
injury last season did the
bro-
Knicks have?
Was it
who
Cat?
was injured?
don't
No, but
What
no.
cat?
Okay, fine. First series, because Brunson broke his hand. OG could
he
not.
did.
OG
but-
could not run to save
but
his
OG
life.
was hurt.
But
Okay,
the
I don't
Pacers,
wanna
the Pacers
hear it.
went into next season in a later round and did it in less games.
That's fine.
So it doesn't matter.
Okay,
It's like-
but that's fine.
It doesn't matter. They
OG
own-
Anunoby came
was hurt,
back
bro.
and could not run
It was his hamstring, I
for
remember.
5 minutes, and he went to the bench, and
that's
that
true.
was the end of whatever OG Anunoby was that season. Now he could run, thank God. And then Brunson smacks his hand, breaks his hand. Okay,
Can you look at Tyler really quick?
yeah, we did choke. He's right. Okay, Julius Randle there? No, I'm crazy.
The first series he didn't play
Okay.
because he
All right.
dislocated his
Yeah.
shoulder. But
Anyways,
anyway,
that was
okay.
last year. That's last year.
that
All right,
concludes
please.
our one player we're concerned about on every NBA team. Let us know down in the comments who is the most concerning player on your favorite team. Even if you're a Nets or Jazz fan or whatever, you're not in the playoffs, let us know. Because obviously right now we're only talking about the playoff teams. And boys, do we have anything else to say before we dive on into the outro?
No,
let's wrap it up.
Close it up.
And with that, ladies and gentlemen, that brings us to the end of episode number 105 of the Floor Spacer podcast, Giovanni. We got G of the week and word of the week. What you got for us?
I think we have a double whammy this week.
Okay.
So the G of the week is Sean Madden. My guy, shout out Sean. He goes to Maven Physical Therapy right over here. I'm not gonna
Do
dox
not-
us. I'm not
You
gonna
already
dox
kinda
us.
revealed it.
You already did. You said
well,
the full name.
It's fine.
bro.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah, you know what? If you're hurt, come to Maven. Okay?
Exactly. Yeah. Gia will fix you up.
Literally.
I think that's a pause.
Nah, it's fine.
Okay, we're good. Yeah.
So Sean Madden says, boys, it's Shams Sharania, not Shams. Okay, so that's his
Yeah.
thing. That's what he's been telling me every single time.
Shams.
He's like, your guys say it the wrong way every single time. He's
Okay.
like, Shams.
Dude,
Shams.
it's better than what Flight calls him. He calls him Shames Charizard.
Well, yeah, that's bad.
Like, yeah, but yeah.
So-
that's-
So
I'll
yeah,
call-
I told him I'll shout him out when I see a comment, and he finally commented. So
Wow.
shout out to you, Sean. You the GOAT, bro.
and the comment is on the screen for you all to see.
Yeah.
And then the word of the week is going to be, let's go with multiple words. Can we do that?
Sure.
You can't guard me. And I'm talking to Will Nolan when I say that.
Ah,
You
yeah.
cannot guard me, Will. Look, by the way, he has a comment. He said, my new ratings have no changes. He said, Tyler's 50, Anthony 40, Tyler's house 10, Geo 0. So Will is my number one hater. Will, play me one-on-one, please. Please.
Shout out to all of you in the stream, by the way. It
Yeah.
was like
Oh, we love it.
No, it's
it
fine.
was
It's all,
like-
it's all love.
it
It's
was
all love.
4 straight hours of straight rage baiting Geo,
Yeah.
which me, Kevin, Antoine just get a kick out of because we do it all the time.
Yeah.
So shout out to you. So comment guard just if you want to do one word,
Yeah.
and also do you can't guard me.
Yeah.
But
Let's end on this because SJ's hand is not broken. He's in the game.
yeah, I figured if he was still in the game, it's not
Probably
broken.
got some ligaments.
So
damage.
Phoenix is keeping it really close thanks to Jalen Green and
Wow.
Royce O'Neal.
That's
Wow.
legend.
What is he
Let's
doing?
go.
What are they doing?
Royce O'Neal is perfect from 3.
Hell
What's he
yeah.
doing?
3 for 3. He has 11 points and 5 rebounds.
That's nothing.
And Jalen Green has 12. And J-Dub is leading the way right now for the Thunder with 16.
So it's like the
Good.
first half, right?
It's almost halftime.
Yeah.
Phoenix is down by 5.
All right.
So yeah, shout out them. Hope SGA is good.
Yeah,
Obviously, we got a ton more content coming at you guys for the playoffs. We'll obviously do a lot more streams. You'll see any combination of us. So stay tuned for that. If you guys did enjoy today's video, be sure to drop a like, subscribe to the channel. Get us to 11K by May 1st. You got just over a week to get us there. If you're on Spotify audio platforms, give us 5 stars, leave a review, answer the polls. Follow our socials at Floor Spacer Pod on YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. Personal socials are down on the screen right here. See my guy Giovanni. Get him to 1 million Instagram followers. Join the Discord server. Follow the Twitch. Check out the House of Highlights content. And boys, I think that's everything. Do we have anything you want to say before we head on out of here for the week?
Nah.
I'd say we pack
We're-
it up.
We are ready to Steph Curry
Okay.
and
Yes.
watch our football teams make dreams come true tomorrow.
Yeah.
Should be a fun day. Let's
That's
go to
it.
sleep. We hope you all enjoyed. Thank you all for watching. We love you all endlessly. Giovanni Squiteri just ordered a Rudy Gobert jersey for when the Wolves win the finals. and we will see you all next week in episode 106. Peace out.
You're gonna have to wear that when we live stream the games. You know?
I'm not wearing it.